I'll get going. Okay guys, so when last we left you, you had managed to land on Gianconti with your vehicle barely intact. Most of the internal walls are being gutted so that you would have enough armor plating so you could enter into an atmosphere without your ship breaking up. You met the Gianconti. They're an interesting race. Haven't really gone into it too much. I'll try to find the picture in a minute and put it back up for you. But the thing is, they have agreed to help you address the issues on your ship. You do notice though that they do have a thing against the bar. They haven't really got into any great detail about it, but they get quite shut-mouthed about it and really don't want to have much to do with any talk about it. So what that means, who knows? If someone can convince them to talk, perhaps you'll find a bit more out. However, they said it would take about a week to get things sorted. And okay, there's the picture. Jack had at that stage been able to use some of the tradable goods left, because most of the tradable goods was sucked out. So he's made a deal with them and used up some of your other tradable goods. You still got a bit, so you still can do some stuff, but it's just a shitload more tighter. And you're on a so Gianconti is a desert planet, so you're not going to be able to get a hell of a lot of water here. Enough for your next jump, or jump or two, but that's about it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
There is a gas giant, so you can probably fuel up there if you want to. That's where they get all their fuel from. So yeah, so the system, which I didn't give you much about, but I'll tell you. So it's a M365 red dwarf star. So that puts it around about 0.41 the size of Sol. The inner planet is just a rock planet. It doesn't have an atmosphere. It rotates around the star around about half a year, half a Earth year. The next planet out is the Gianconti home planet. It's a small planet, has a thin, barely breathable atmosphere, no water, and as you're sort of discovering a bit more about them, that's good, Steve. You did not. Oh, yes, you have got that book there. The population is a size 9, which means it's in the
billion range.
Billions range.
That's desert planet?
Yep, on the desert
really?
planet. Yep. They have a Type 5 government, a feudal technocracy. But obviously the people who keep them alive and keep the whole thing functioning are basically the people who get to rule.
Yeah.
You find out that their law level is a Type 5, which means personal concealable firearms, pistols, revolvers are prohibited. So basically, shotguns and daggers, knives, that's it, swords. But they do have a tech level A, which was enough to be able to repair your ship and get it at least hopping into somewhere else.
Are we going to get some walls put back in shape or no? Do they have plating for us and stuff?
They can provide that, yeah.
So we could start working on putting our rooms back together and getting that stuff back in order.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and we gave them some sapphires or something, didn't we?
A couple of those blue sapphires, yep.
And negotiated a trade deal with them with their upcoming trade stuff.
Yep. So that's basically where you're at. So a whole week. So it's just sort of treading water. On the second day, these people work with great efficiency. they all wear, I guess you'd call them still suits or something similar, so they can sort of regather the moisture that their body expels. You guys unfortunately don't have a still suit, so anytime you go outside you're going to get, even with the respirator on, you're going to get really tired really quickly. It's just so bloody hot outside. So apart from that, there isn't, the third planet out is another rocky planet. It's only small, a bit smaller than this planet, about 2000k. The asteroid is the fourth orbiting zone, and then they have the only Jovian planet in the fifth orbital zone. The size of it is, sorry, let me have a look. So it's travelling very fast. It goes around just over a year around the star. Oh, that's the thing with this planet. The orbital period is around about 0.2 of a year.
It's that fast, huh?
Yep.
0.2 of a year.
That's the orbital period, yeah. But
Well, like 2.5 months.
Yep. The rotation of the planet is 0.14 of an Earth year. So it rotates extremely slowly.
Oh, it's kind of Mercury-ish in a way, is what you're saying.
Sort of. It's not landlocked. Not something, orbital locked.
So 0.14 of their year, which is, or is it 0.14 of our year?
Our year.
Okay.
Oh well, you've been quoting Earth years, and you said the inner first planet revolves in half an Earth year. So
Yep.
second planet, Gianconti Kent.
0.2 of an Earth
Sorry,
year.
let me go. Okay, period is, okay, so the inner one orbits in 0.11 of an Earth year. And that's the radius, sorry, that's the radius. Sorry, hang on. Dong. And actually it's bigger than, it's just as big as Gianconti as well, just over 3,000. It orbits the star, sorry, I've got it now. It orbits the star in 0.06 Earth years.
Okay, that's
0.06 Earth years.
Yep.
That's really quick.
Yep. And
This must be a small star, like a red dwarf or something.
Yeah, it is. It's a M3 size 5 red dwarf.
Okay.
It's only got 1/3 the mass of Sol.
You said 0.06 of a year?
Yep, that's the inner planet. The one that you're on orbits in 0.14 Earth years.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
Yeah.
0.1. Okay, so it orbits every 21.9 days is what I'm coming up with, if I did my math right.
Yeah.
It orbits
our
days.
Yeah.
And you said, what is their day then? 0.16 of a year?
Their day is very slow. So that's probably why this planet is baked. Although it is rotational, it's doing a nice even rotisserie.
Their day is 58.4 hours, if I'm correct, or 58.4 days. Excuse me.
Yep.
58.4 Earth days, which means that their day is like 3 times slower than their year. In other words, the planet zooms around the star 3 times before they finish one of their days.
Yep.
Kind of weird.
It is.
Yeah.
And it only has a roughly, you're just over 1/3 of Earth gravity on this planet.
So around 33% gravity.
Yep, and it's got planetary rings. Doesn't have a moon itself. You do know that the Jovian planet, which orbits every 1.86 Earth years,
That's got to be way further out then. That's the
Yep.
gas giant.
It has a size radius of 64,000 K. So it's quite a big planet, obviously, but it's not quite what you consider a really huge gas giant.
How does that compare to Jupiter?
Jupiter, I think, is God. I don't
Diameter
know.
of Jupiter coming up as 139,820
Oh,
kilometers. So
okay.
that's
So
So it's half the size of Jupiter.
less than
It's
half.
yep,
small.
yep. And
but it's still-
it has 10 small moons and 11 large moons, and it's on these moons primarily, and the third third planet, and asteroids where they do because this is a inter-system civilization. Even though they've got capacity and understand jump.
They do most everything in system, even though they're
Yep.
capable of jump.
Interplanetary.
Yep, interplanetary. They do have some jump. You'd have seen some jump capable ships, but most of their ships are based around inter-system ships, intra-system ships.
Ugh.
Yep.
So
Okay,
they're
so
going
that
back and forth from the moons. They got colonies and stuff out there. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but it depends on their temperament. We are little monkeys, curious. We got to walk over there, look at something, take it apart, wreck it. So it's our heritage, but they might be different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then put it back together and have extra parts left over.
Look, we made it
That
more
didn't really need to
efficient.
go there.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
more efficient now.
We didn't need that washer.
No, it'll go faster. It'll wear out twice as fast, but it'll go faster. Okay, so a bit more about the system. Yeah. As I said, you try to talk to any of the Gianconti about the Bahar, and they just shut up real quick. And if you're reading their faces correctly, it's like a scowl or something of great distaste.
Why do I have a feeling that the blasted, destroyed world belongs to them, and that the Javar had something to
Bahar,
do with that? Yeah. And this is their second home now. They've been dislocated. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Could be. But you hear from some of the people that are doing the repair work, they're going out soon to go on a hunt for, and it takes about a quarter of a day to get the proper translation out of your computer. They're hunting land kraken.
Land kraken. What's a land?
A land kraken. Yep, I'll type it in.
Land kraken mod.
Mm-hmm.
Kraken, the big giant squid, and
not a
but on land.
So what's the flora fauna on this planet? It's a desert world.
Mm-hmm.
What's the atmosphere again?
3.
So there's not much atmosphere at all. Land kraken.
Yep. Size 2 planet, 3 atmosphere, 0 water. There is actually a little bit of water. Excuse me, there is a little bit of water. But
Underground.
where it's freestanding, it would be under the surface. Otherwise, they're using various technologies to pull as much of the available.
Ice rock or anything out in the belt? I would imagine.
Is there what? Sorry.
Ice rock or anything on the system.
They would be mining there as well.
Yeah.
They're quite happy to talk about their accomplishments. They do talk about it with great pride. And the language translator and the computer seem to have very little difficulty with most terms, so it's quite easy to talk to these people. They do have families as such, although they are constructed around guilds more than anything else. So if you belong to
now
a certain
they're heterosexual
working
species, right? Male, females, humanoid.
well, there's three sexes.
Well, that's interesting.
There's gender neutral, which is what most people are because it just saves on resources. And then when they have their season, they choose a gender, depending if they want to birth a child or not. And then
So they could switch genders, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they start consuming resources like lipstick or power tools.
Yeah, something like that.
Cosmetics.
So what do they grow it and then drop it off and invert it later, or what? I think I'll grow one this season.
Vincent would be able to tell you a bit more about that. It's not another thing of growing. It's more so how they exchange DNA is more a case of frottage than anything else. So
you're gonna have to tell him what frottage is.
No. They rub against each other. They rub one out on each other.
They rub one out on each. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to know anymore. I don't think we need to know anymore. I think we need to focus on their accomplishments.
So anywhere on their skin, like they have to go around wearing full body condoms if they don't want to harbor little tiny.
That's it. Apparently, everyone is given a time that you choose when you wish to do this. And their culture is built so that if the couple are becoming a family, more than just a couple, that society will sort of support them, and depending on what their previous jobs were, responsibilities, and how they did, they might get extra support.
So they're socialists.
In a way. Let's just say they just lean a bit to the left.
With a little bit of rub.
Well, you see, you could look at it. You could look at it the other way and say that they're getting a ROI, a return on investment. Yeah, because your best workers are treated best. Who will produce more workers for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you could look at it that way too. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so a group of them who aren't involved at the moment with any mating or anything are going out on this land kraken hunt.
Land kraken hunt. What do the kraken look like, man?
Okay, so they
find out about the land kraken, man?
Bring up a picture of a land kraken. So it's a thing that's roughly the size of a rhino.
Nice.
It's sort of slightly conical wedgie shape. It has basically what it does is, because the whole world is pretty much just sand, so it will burrow through the sand.
This atmosphere and planet can support that kind of life? Huh.
You'd be surprised what's under the sand, they say.
Right.
When you go hunting, it's a danger just to be walking out there. So, but that's part of it. It's a sort of a proving ground that you can survive on this harsh planet. And of course, one of you probably, Frank, will say, well, "We don't have to walk; we can air raft."
Why do we want to go chasing the land kraken? Let's get our ships going and get off to the next world. Don't we want to go?
You could. They say, yes, that's right. Yes, you could. You definitely shouldn't go hunting for a land kraken. You wouldn't survive.
Yeah, I'd be inclined, or I think I got to speak for two characters now today.
Yep.
Whack would be probably disinclined because he's a coward and it's unfamiliar stuff. You always have risks with the unfamiliar. Ever get weapon training? You need a little weapon training. One shotgun at 0. That's it. Blade 0, shotgun 0. What would Frank say?
Well, they just told Frank he's a wimp.
Frank wouldn't like that. Frank is kind of an army guy,
Mechanical?
gunner, isn't he?
He's
Yeah,
our
he wouldn't
mechanic.
think too much of it. Yeah, he wouldn't think.
And
too
a
much
gunner.
of it.
Yeah, you're right. He's mainly the gunner. Jack of all trades, mechanical. He said,
Mm-hmm.
"Is that so?" He starts to get his back up a bit, I guess.
Yes,
And
you listen to your other people there. You know, you really shouldn't go out there because you're not capable of doing it. We understand. Some races are built for tough challenges and others aren't.
Well, you got to listen to Wack because he's the liaison guy, so that probably helped. That probably gave him an angle on Xeno relations. And he said it's too much of an unfamiliar hunt situation. None of this Steve Irwin crap.
Rightio, they say that's right. I mean, it's hard for some races to comprehend the point the boom at the big thing, pull the trigger, and big thing goes down. It's probably too much for you.
Yeah. He's trying to antagonize us and just trying to.
Who is this particular John Conti? Does he have a name, or is he just Mr. Sass?
Mr. Sass. Telek.
Telek, yo, mother man. Telek, you just chill, man. We go if we want to. We go if we don't want.
That's
I can't
right.
believe the Sass coming out of this translator here.
Yeah. Yep. And they all nod. They say, "Yes, that's right. You sit here safely in your ship. Good idea."
Why do you need some help or what, man? Why you keep on antagonizing us, brother? Tech.
They say you can't be my brother.
Well, we could
brother
crank the air out.
Man. You could be our brother too, man.
Well,
maybe we don't rub one off, but you still could be a brother.
he says, you couldn't be my brother. My clan are great hunters as well as fixers of ships.
Oh, there you go again, trying to antagonize my friends, man. No antagonizing needed, man.
I'm not trying to antagonize anybody.
If there was ganja, we would go on the ganja harvest, but you got no ganja here.
So that he says, I'm not sure what this ganja is. Is it a great beast that takes a lot of courage to overcome? Is it?
No, man. It's spirits, man. Smoky spirits of the soul. And you got nothing here. You got sand.
It's an invasive species. It could grow just about anywhere, and it'll do anything for you.
Right. They just look
and then Javon puts his headset back on with his Bob Marley.
Right. And you guys all get onto your little fixing work, and that's fine.
The
next day.
Right. Jack Wright goes, well, how much? Jack Wright right away says, well, what are these Kraken worth? I mean, he's all of a sudden on the money yet.
Well, Jack, you got computers?
I think he does, doesn't he?
If you can give me a computer roll, he might be able to get something out of their systems.
Hold on, let me get in here.
Yep.
Try to find out what you can extract from the land Kraken. Is it just calamari for days, or is it a special substance? I'd like a calamari ring that entirely surrounds me. That would be great. If deep fried, that I can just rotate it as I eat it.
Yeah.
Where's the computers? What's his computer skill?
I don't know. Check. Character sheet. Computer 0.
Computer 0.
That's okay.
So I gotta do a straight 2d6 roll.
Yup.
Straight. Yoder, man, we looking into it, Jack says. Are these things worth any money? I don't know, I'm curious. And he rolls a 4, so he can't pick up anything.
He can't. Yep, he
can't. He can't even really function on their systems and get around their internet or whatever it is. So he loses interest. He loses interest in it immediately.
Yep. Someone on your team though does have computer 1. I'm sure they do. Is it Frank?
Actually, that might be Javon.
It's not Frank.
Yeah, these alien guys, they have like the scariest Google Doodles you've ever seen. You know, have you? Do you realize this is disembowelment day?
Javon, you got a
Oh,
0.
Javon doesn't care no more, man. He put his headset on. He's like listening to his reggae and thinking about how much he's going to stretch out his still pound and a half of ganja
Okay.
for this long journey, and he's
Cool.
pretty much.
But that was Jack's research role, and it didn't work.
No.
No, Jack didn't find
So
anything.
Vincent's,
He grew frustrated with it.
yeah, Vincent's got a 0, and Okoth. Keep on forgetting about him. He's got a 0. So can someone roll off for Okoth? You picked up guy.
Arkoff.
He's got a 0.
Okay, hang on. Don't worry
Nope.
about a thing.
No, but he
Oh,
does.
nah.
Yes. The only thing he can verify, it is the pinnacle creature in the food chain.
Which means it's the top of the chain.
Yep, it's the top, the very top.
Yeah. It's like
Which means the Gen Conti
gotta be
aren't the top.
carnivores.
They are, yeah.
Gigacante aren't the top,
Nope.
so this thing eats them too?
Hell yeah.
Huh. Nice. Why don't we want to go fight something that's the top of the food chain, mod? If you're not even the top.
Because of the
outside, we're the
challenge.
top of the food.
Because of the honor,
Oh,
the
the
courage,
challenge.
and of
Courage.
course, all the other bits.
What are all the other bits, mod? What are you
Well,
talking about the other bits?
it's the greatest creature on this planet. Would not the greatest creature on this planet hold several very important factors about it?
Like what factor?
Mm.
Is it good?
Well, you're not
Is it
prepared to go
cooking
hunting
on
for
the
it, so we
grill?
can't really share that with you. You go back to putting your walls together. So I think you've got Vincent's the only other one that has another try, another chance. I don't know Bob. I don't know if Bob's got computer. I don't think he does.
No, it's at 0.
Okay, well he can still roll with that if he wants to. He might not. He might be just wanting to get the ship together and get the hell out of here, sort of thing. I don't know.
That's what I would be leaning towards.
hmm
Get the hell out.
Wax got computer 1, but not really
Ah.
medical knowledge or science knowledge.
Okay, that's
Not
cool. Well,
really.
you got computer 1, so but then Wake's not the person who's wanting to do it.
No, X got it. Neither is
Yeah, okay, for
Bob, the only thing you can find out extra than the other one is that yeah, it's the pinnacle prime eater of everything else on this planet. This planet actually is quite diverse.
It's the T-Rex, man.
Yeah, it is quite a diverse planet. It's got a whole lot of other creatures that lived either just under the surface or deeper. So most of the life here doesn't survive on the surface. It survives just underneath or below.
It's sad. It's just tunneling.
Yeah. So.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well.
you don't want to take a desert stroll on the rough sand dunes. It would like be kind of iffy.
Strolling would not be the greatest thing, no.
You know, we could be in an air raft and just fly above them and watch them stroll along as this thing pulls their asses under the sand and eats them.
yeah, we can do
Fun to do.
we can
Oh
do
man, he's got 8 in mind. One more Giante left. What happened
do,
to the guy to your left, man?
we can do human style hunting where we throttle the air raft on full, go tear-assing around, yelling "woo, woo" at the top of our lungs, and then taking pot shots at any of
Anything
these
that looks like a target.
brackets here to appear.
Yeah, pops out of the sand. If
Oh.
the sand moves a little, we'll shoot
How
it.
how high do they jump out of the sand? Are they big like whale or dolphin jumpers, or are they just sit around?
Well, you're going to have to find that out, Whack.
Oh, they're taunting us. They're taunting us to go onto this hunting thing.
I think our referee really wants us to go on.
No,
What do you think?
you choose what you want to do. You don't have to metagame. I've got plenty of adventures.
Whack is thinking it's still advised. Frank might do it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I would say Jack Wright got frustrated online. If he saw some money that he could clearly see, clean cut see, he would maybe be interested. But then he's kind of a wuss too, so he doesn't want to put himself in
Well,
danger.
if we capture and kill one, you can just explore it by going in feet first and rooting around and seeing if it has anything of value in it.
It doesn't sound like fun.
No,
I
no.
think I think we need to get these walls done to get our life
Yep,
support
keep
up
doing
and
that.
head off to the next world.
Yep,
That'd be
That's
my
a
goal.
stronger priority.
yep. That's all cool.
That
You
would
do
be
that.
our priority.
So
Our
on
priority
the
is to
yep on the
dial in
third day,
shit.
most of the Gianconti team aren't there. They've gone out hunting. It's their hunting day.
Yeah.
So you guys are basically doing more of the just basic grunt work. Rob would probably be overseeing any of the major repair work that has to happen. Probably the external stuff, where you guys would be handling the internal stuff.
Yeah, we're rebuilding the walls. Can we make it look like it was used to match
No,
everything and paint it?
no,
No.
no.
It's gonna be hacked to shit and scar marks and weld marks.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, but
It's not going to look
we'll
pretty,
have the
but it's
walls
going to work. That's the
and
main
paint
thing.
roofs back in shape.
And as well, if you get hold
And
in one part of the hull, you won't actually get fact completely right out.
yeah, this is an ugly looking ship now.
Mm-hmm. So you guys keep on doing your work. The next day, most of the Gianconti team come back. One of them's missing part of his left arm, but he has a huge shitty grin on his face.
Just a part of his lip.
Yeah, he says, "Don't worry, it'll grow back."
Oh, that's right. They grow things when they need to.
So
It'll
he says,
grow back.
"Yeah,
Oh.
but I got my prize," he says.
What's your prize? You got your
He
prize.
he's sort of got a necklace on. He pulls it out of his shirt, and you can see that it's sort of tied in a knot onto this necklace sort of thing. Are two small blue sapphires.
Blue sapphires. So sapphires are in these creatures. They carry sapphires. Ah.
No, it's just, isn't it the sapphires we traded with them for?
No, well, you didn't have any of that size.
Can't tell. Very
No.
strange.
Very, very strange.
Well, when you think about Turin terms, the pearl is very strange.
The what?
Yeah.
The pearl.
The pearl is very strange. They have sapphires in them like oysters have pearls. So, and sapphires hold value here, so that's where the value is the sapphires. Did you catch on to what he did? He lost part of his arm, but then he succeeded in the hunt, and he got the sapphires out of the land crack. What do you say?
So, Jack. That'd be your other character,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah, yes,
So,
yeah,
Jack,
yeah.
Jack, you see that?
Okay. Oh, sapphires. He says, hey, these sapphires, they may have some value here. What do we value those at? And plus, this race lives for the sapphire. We traded them a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a land crack and hunt wouldn't be so bad. Jack is always motivated by money.
Yep.
But then again, Jack's also a puss. So he's not going to want to do the hunt himself. He would like to put Javon, here you go, Javon, give him a rifle, and hey, Frank, why don't you guys sit in the front here, and maybe I'll talk over the radio and stay back, and you can negotiate getting those, see what they're getting and trading those, deal you do, those sapphires. And I think Javon's like, no, man. We need to get the hell out of here, man. We got sapphires already. We got the trade deal, man. Let's roll. Now Jack is all of a sudden because sapphires.
Are you feeling schizophrenic there, Jerry? Are you feeling a bit schizophrenic there?
I'm playing two characters, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No, there, Mod. We want to go. So did anybody else want to add in on this or what?
Doesn't
Frank
sound like
can
it.
use a gun, but not. Oh well, Whack can use a shotgun. But the shotgun, I don't know, it might ruin the sapphire. All that shot scattering around.
Sapphire's quite a hard substance, I think.
So,
Well, if we have assured the repair of our ship and that it is an airtight
It's about
hull,
halfway there. About halfway there.
I can live with the open concept walls.
all right, let's get on the air raft. Let's load our guns. Let's take one of these Conte dudes with us. Let's take a ride on the desert.
Are you sure you
Vincent
want
would
to
have
do
to
that?
pilot the. Yeah, why not? It seems like that's what you're leading us to do.
No.
We'll just take a. No.
No.
We'll just take a little run out
Sometimes,
there. To
sometimes it's just information. Think of your main mission. You don't have to go and hunt one of these things. Although if you do, I do have one ready.
I'm sure you do. Our arms don't grow back, man. I think we should just get the hell out of here. We're not growing one back. Yeah.
This is the
we
difference
don't get
between.
to grow things like these.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna hunt them with traditional air rafts and high-powered rifles and
Well, we
hand
could take
grenades.
the Chicante and let them walk on the ground while we fly above them. And when we see one get pulled in the sand and get eaten, then it's time to shoot. We can get our prize. Don't worry, your legs will grow back.
What do
I
you
don't
wish
know.
to do?
I say we get out of here.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, they're
So-
getting very persuasive. They say, "Try it, you'll like it.
No,
try
they're not.
it."
I'm not saying anything.
What does Bob say with the engineering? What does Bob say? What does Bob think? Or Bob's just pissed off and distracted fixing all this shit.
Yeah, his Swiss cheese vessel.
Yeah, his ship's all torn to shit because him and Whack, he just wants to give Whack a big hug.
A big
Pilot
whack.
thread.
A big
Well, you
whack.
know, we're staying at opposite points of this ship. It's like the Orion constellation and the Scorpio constellation.
Yeah.
Always on opposite sides.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like,
you guys carry on repairing the ship. There's talk about whether or not you go, but for the now, you're focused on repairing the ship. As I said, it takes roughly a week. In this time, you may have tested them a little bit around the bar, a bit more. You get the same reaction. They don't seem to hold a grudge for very long, though. They're quite pleasant. They sort of turn around, and once you sort of start talking about something else, they sort of are a bit, they'll readily engage with other stuff. Yeah, so it's just working bee after working bee kind of stuff until you get the ship done, and you've made the trade for the bits and pieces you need. That's all fine, and they're going to give you some life support.
yeah, how's our life support situation going to be dialed in for a
Pretty
while?
bad.
I mean,
But
they
what
said
you
something
can
about they were
do,
growing algae or turning it into food for us.
you
or
guys were
something.
going to have to. Yeah, you're going to have to. So all I need Bob to do, please, Sid, is give me an engineering roll, and one of the other characters with mechanics, give me an engineering roll.
I think mechanics would be.
Frank,
That would be Frank, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay,
mechanical 1.
cool.
Now, with a 1 skilled, if we only get to a 1 skill, I wonder if anybody can assist on the mechanical aspect. Anybody else have mechanical?
Don't know if anyone else does.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll just check Ock because I keep on forgetting about him. Mechanical? No, he does not have mechanical.
Okay, I'll try a roll as Frank on my own. Ooh, close, but not quite.
No? Okay.
Hold on one second.
Holding on.
I'm looking to see the skills of our guys here. Yeah, Javon doesn't have any mechanical. Jack Wright doesn't.
And Frank.
Engineering. Bob does. Bob could have assisted.
Bob needs to do a engineering role.
Frank's mechanical, though you just rolled for Frank. Vincent doesn't have it. Joaquin doesn't have it. What about the other dude that's with us? The
I checked. He doesn't have it either. He can try using his jack of all trades at a -2. Well, it's something.
Why don't we try for him? Let's just for
Yep.
kicks -2. Well, that would mean you need a 10 or higher then.
Yep, but it's possible. Well, you got 3 chances: 10, 11, 12. Make your roll. Make
10
the
or
roll.
higher here. That ain't cutting it.
Nope.
It's a natural 6, so that would be a 4.
So your best one was a 7. Okay, and Sid, if you can do Starship Engineering, please, for Bob. Easy as pie. So basically what's happened is Bob's tried to reconfigure part of the hold so that it's built into the ship where you can sustain some extra life support and water and all that sort of stuff. So this next time, should the hold get hulled, then it won't vac out into space like it did this time. Unfortunately, he's got the connections. It's just that Frank hasn't been able to get the rest of the thing set up properly. So it's just going to take more time. And Bob, you're going to have to do, if you've got mechanical, you're going to have to do the roll as well for mechanical.
Frank, you're going to have to do another mechanical.
No, he's given it a try.
Okay.
He can't do any more. It's got to be Bob. 'Cause
Oh,
he's the
okay.
only one who hasn't failed. Yep. Okay. And that's why you have Bob on this ship.
Bob took care of business again.
Yep.
Probably irritated with our dumbass.
Yep. I think everyone except for Vincent, I think, has cut across him in some way, shape or form.
What has Javon done to Bob? Javon
I'm not
helped Bob.
sure. I'm not sure.
Bob, he's mad at the... Bob, you need to relax, man. Smoke a little. Take it easy, man.
That's probably
Don't
why.
stop being mad all the time, man.
So...
There's an engineering hatch that's getting shut right now.
as he goes back into
Always so crabby, man. Always
his
mad.
part
Drink
of
some
the ship.
space all the time.
Yeah. So, basically, you need to land somewhere where you can. It's not as grand as your previous lot, but it could hold about 3 months worth of extra life support once you find some stuff that's totally compatible with you. At present,
Nice.
you don't have things here that are totally compatible. So hopefully in the next jump to a major place you can find food that's compatible, that
Hopefully.
you can fill it up. And
But that jungle world with the color shifters, there's food there for us.
yeah, an EPO, yep. If you wanna, but that's a
compatible
3
food.
jump away. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's too far away now.
Yeah.
Shit. So we're full of fuel. We have a life support thingy jiggy going, but we don't have enough life support. We're
You've
going
got enough for the
LTV.
2 jumps, and then you're out.
So we're jumping into starvation. There isn't something there.
Pretty much, yeah. And you've either got to go to Devan, Hossan, or Yini, or the unnamed place that you don't know much about. Well, Yini, you know, is the connecting other culture to the bar from Hassan.
And the bar they had food, right? They ate food like us, didn't they? The
Similar to,
metabolism was
yes.
Similar.
Yep.
So we could be playing the middle. These two races don't like each other, but oh well. We're playing the middle. We're just looking to make trade agreements. We're like Switzerland. So maybe the Ba world would be a good idea. Take our ravaged ship and head to that Ba world because we know
If we're out of life supported foods and the bar can supplement our foods, I don't care how the Gianconti feel about the bar. They're only source
Well,
of
they don't need to
content.
know. I mean, one hand, we could be buying stuff from the bar to sell to the Gigante, and who cares?
The problem is that we can't jump anywhere because it's still going to take at least a few days to get in the system once we jump. Whatever food we need to get here in this system.
Mm-hmm.
Are the you know what? Why do I have this feeling that land kraken's edible?
They might be.
It might be, huh?
Mm.
And if we could kill a couple land kraken or two, we could live on a meat diet for a while. Be a little vegetable light.
Just go redneck hunting, redneck fishing with it. Just drop a couple of explosives on a kraken from the air off.
Yeah, you like cutting the meat. It's in little pieces. What the hell? Chunks of meat, just gather it up, throw it on the top of the air raft. That would blow it up.
I guess
Mhm.
we'll have to kill one.
Tenderized as well.
Yeah.
We'll
All
have
right,
to
let's
kill
go
one.
get some land kraken. Let's go get some land kraken, man.
Okay.
We'll get our guns and let's go.
Godspeed. Shut the door.
Yeah.
You're not going, Bob. You don't want to shoot the land kraken or what, man?
No,
Just gonna
I've
have
got
a-
work to do. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Joaquin and Frank and anyone else? Probably Vincent, because Vincent sort of does. He can pilot the air raft.
Yeah.
Isn't he the only one who can pilot that? Now I'm thinking of it.
Oh, we all stand at 0, I think, but Vincent's, yeah.
But he's at 0. That's how he can pilot it.
Oh, good.
That's it. Yeah, Jack Bright can't. He's got a -3. Blah 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 blah. Ockerth. He's actually also got air raft 0, so he can pilot it for you. Same as Vincent. So you've got 2 people you can choose to take to pilot it. Who do you want?
Well, let's see. We would definitely need Vincent.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ockerth is along for the ride. He will also bring along his wonderful laser rifle.
Yeah. Nice.
It's got a +1.
Javon brings his laser carbine with his charging pack. He's gonna bring. Oh, you can bring your weapons out there. They got high law level, but you. Oh.
Are you going hunting, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, get the proper license. You're fine.
Now, in this world, though, we need back suits at level 3.
Respirators.
There's that. Respirators. Okay.
Yep.
Respirators. Compressor respirator. All right. So Javon's got a laser. He's going to bring all his guns and have his cloth reflect on.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a laser carbine with a charging pack, a shotgun, an auto pistol, his cutlass, and a dagger.
Yep. So I'm just going to need either Jack, if Jack's got like carousing or liaison or admin, or someone who's got one of those 3.
Jack has ATV 1, so he could possibly operate if you let him at 0.
No,
So he has to
ATV
get-
and air raft are different. I'm saying if he's got liaison, carousing, or admin, he can try to get the license for you.
Jack has admin 2.
Perfect. Make the
So
roll.
yeah. So that would be a straight roll 2D. Okay, 2d6 plus 2.
Yo. Come on, Jack.
Okay.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah,
No
fine.
problem.
So you've got a license. So basically, for tomorrow, because you can't do it today for some weird bureaucratic reason, but tomorrow when you go
Tomorrow.
hunting,
Tomorrow's a year and a half, 2 years away, man.
Yep. And basically, it's time to go out hunting kraken.
There is
Alright,
another
let's-
thought to help out the food problem. That is, some of us go into low birth.
You've seen.
Well, it would be just you and Joaquin, because he's the only one who can pilot. You two could run the ship together and have a bromance.
Do I really need Joaquin?
Oh dear.
Actually, you do, man. I don't think you're a pilot, are you? No, you don't have any
but I
pilot
got Jack too.
Actually, Javon can pilot, but then you're short a gunner.
Yeah.
And Javon's only a pilot 1, too, so he could be making the same mistakes that Joaquin's making.
I mean, I don't really need a gunner to fly a ship.
Well, Javon's got pilot 1.
Okay, so the next day you're off hunting.
All right, we're hunting.
Yep. So you fly around in the air raft for like the first, what you call a day, first half of the day. None of the Gen Conti are coming with you. And
We don't even know what to expect.
well, they point a direction. The Olet Sea, they call it. Yeah, I will spell that for you.
Don't worry about a thing.
The Olet Sea. So that's apparently where they're running at the moment. You fly around for half of one of your days. You get to see a lot of sand. You haven't seen a single thing yet out there apart from sand you air after each other. So
Nice. Maybe we gotta land and dance in the sand a little bit, attract their attention. There's some kind of trick to these creatures, something that would attract them to bait them.
Well, we got to ask the natives about that.
Well, we didn't. They pointed a direction and we took off, so we're flying above the land. Huh.
Mm-hmm. So it's trial and error.
Let's see.
So Yvonne, you think there's some trick to attracting their attention? What do you think you're going to do?
I think, man, we land rough on the sand, make some noise, and take off again and wait. Tried that a couple times. I
Well,
tell
you could've
Vincent
just-
to do that.
Or you could have just tried scanning for it.
True.
Do we have a scanner or sensors? Let's see. I gotta look. Javon has electronics.
Okay, give
So
me
we
an
could-
electronic. It'll have basic scanning, so you could try.
Electronics 1. All right, Amon, we're gonna see what we can
And
do.
there's a unknown
Let's
penalty,
see.
but okay.
Oh, and he
that's
rolls
enough.
an 11.
Yep, that's enough even with the unknown penalty. So, what you see under the sand, you can see a lot of movement under the sand, and you see things from the size of basically, you won't get really small, so things about the size of a bread bin up to about the thing the size of a hippo are moving under the sand all over the place. It's quite alive down under there. Some of them, in some areas, the sand doesn't go that deep. It's only a couple of meters deep. Some areas the sand is tens of meters deep. So in the deeper parts are the bigger creatures, obviously, and the smaller ones are closer to the surface. That's what you get from your scan.
Huh. Well, let's hone in on the big boys and see where that leads us. I'm gonna hone in on maybe follow one or track one, or
Mm-hmm.
see if we can blast the hole through the sand, because that's probably what we're looking for.
Okay. So you you unfortunately didn't take any. You basically tracking a big creature.
Yeah.
And as it sort of, the creature on the sensors, you can see it raises it, well, it gains height, so to speak, from the gets closer to you, should we say, that might be better in reference, and then it will recede from you as it sort of moves through the different depths of sand. So you're sort of getting, I don't know, how deep are you going to try to strike at it with one of your lasers?
so we can kind of sense where it is. We got a
You,
laser carbine and a laser rifle. Will they be able to fire through all that sand?
that's the
Or that
problem,
sand
isn't
would-
it?
Yeah. We got to find a way to attract this thing or pull it out of the sand before we can fire on it.
Alright. With those two weapons anyway.
Yeah. TNT. Bob says something about TNT. So
Yep.
do
Well,
we
don't
have
forget,
explosives or
you've got Frank with, I think he has an auto rifle, if I'm not mistaken. If,
why don't we fire a couple rounds at the sand to try to create a commotion, just to have to see if it might attract or bring something up out of the sand. So
Okay.
Frank, I would say Frank, just shoot a couple rounds in the sand, not necessarily at anything, just something to create a vibration.
Okay. Frank, can you just give me with your
Yeah.
shooting, you're shooting at sand where you're hoping to get something to breach the sand and come up out of the sand.
Okay, with my auto rifle.
Mm-hmm. So
Alright, and
going to
that's
give you
gonna
another
be-
+2 because it should be pretty easy.
So auto rifle, and I have a 1 skill already. So R2d6 +1 +2.
And his dexterity is, because we got to get that as well.
Oh yeah.
Auto rifle, he needs a 10 to be advantageous, and he gets a +2 if he does.
Yeah, you're right. Advantageous dex is 10. Oh, he's got a 12 dex. Wow. Okay.
So all up, he's got a +5.
Hit it!
Right. So
Hit it!
figuring it. Oh, where did I?
How could you miss?
Double ones are the only things they're going to
That thing
miss.
popping out.
Just double ones.
Yeah, I win.
Here you go. Okay, boom. You hit the area where you're hoping. And as you can see on the sensor, this thing and several other things are attracted. As the bigger creature comes towards the surface, the smaller creatures tend to turn away and move away in various directions. This
Once
bigger
they
creature,
realize that the bigger boy's coming.
yeah,
That's the land kraken, man. I can see him on the scanner, man. The other ones are just going bye-bye.
and it gets to a certain height around about 2 meters from the sort of roughly from the surface, and then it sort of stays there for a little bit. Are you doing anything?
Fire on it. Fire through that sand. Javon's gonna aim and take a shot right directly in the area where he believes it is.
Just give me your roll with your
Jav-
skill, and if you've got advantageous dexterity.
My dexterity is B, which is 11. And
That
I have
would
laser
be-
carbine 1, would give me a +2, I think.
Yep, +2 if you've got a 10.
What weapon do you have?
Laser carbine, 4D
Yep.
damage.
So you get a +2.
I got an 8.
Okay. So you hit the area. Unfortunately, with all that sand, all you're doing is fusing it. It doesn't go down
Making
that far.
glass, man.
Mm-hmm. No, you need it to
If
come up.
if it didn't hit him, it still might have created a vibration and caught his attention. Huh. You think it's coming up further?
The auto rifle probably is going to have a greater impact.
Yeah, do I have auto rifle?
Frank does.
Frank does. Frank, take another shot at it, man. Shotgun wouldn't blow through that stuff either. I say, Frank, take.
Yep.
I waved to Frank to shoot.
Okay. Are you?
Frank's
going-
got a dexterity of 12.
Yep.
Sure.
Are you going to, Pierre, shoot for Frank?
Yeah, I was just trying to do a thing here, and it's not working out. Okay. Once again, is it the same odds?
Mm-hmm.
2d6 plus 5. Pretty
Okay.
high.
As this creature it's at roughly 2 meters below the sand, and if anything, you'd call its behavior circling behavior. Once the bullets hit the sand again, it kind of sort of narrows in a bit, and it comes up again a little bit, but not all the way. It's not coming out of the sand yet, but you can definitely see the sand hump up where the creature's coming up.
Yeah. If he pops his head out, I'm going to laser carbine his ass.
Mm-hmm. But it's not yet. What are you doing?
Right now, we're just waiting. You going to shoot again or what?
We need some kind of bait. Now we have been. Why don't we ask the Gianconti alien about what they know? I mean, we're on the hunt now. We deserve.
They're not with us.
No, they're not with you. No.
Yeah, we're all on our own. We don't have no Gianconti with us. We missed the hunt with them.
Okay, so we're hunting dumb Terran style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dumb Terran style. No clue exactly what to do or what not to do. No clue even how many hits it'll take to take them down. We don't have a clue about nothing.
So the
We're
only
just taking food.
The only thing you know that has happened is what?
When I shot the laser, it brought him up a little bit, and now he's waiting a couple down.
Yeah, you made vibrations in the sand. You made vibrations in the sand. It expected to find something, and it didn't find any creature. It lost interest.
Why don't we? Do we have anything like a bottle or something that's vibrating? We could maybe put a device on it. Yeah. I would put something on a device that would vibrate or make noise and throw it down on the sand, like a bottle with a radio in it or something.
Cool.
Yeah, and I just throw the bottle on the sand in the area, see, so the sand's vibrating now, like something's on the sand.
Mm-hmm.
And I aim my laser carbine down, or we're hoping it breaks the creature up.
Okay, so let's say you've got some sort of weighted object that you're sort of tied a string to or something, and you're waking it up and down on the sand. G'day, Mentor.
Hello.
How's it going?
Going all right now.
Cool. Okay, so they've gone land kraken hunting right at the moment.
Ooh.
Still on the same Gianconti planet. Just trying to get some food, and they've found some other interesting things about these creatures. So, righto, Yvonne, you're sort of bobbing this thing up and down, trying to create some sort of vibration. The creature is still circling. It hasn't gone down. It still seems to be interested, but it's not coming up for some reason.
It's still under the sand. Huh.
So, just to fill you in, Jeremy, what they've done is, like, this planet's a desert planet. All the life actually is under the sand, and they're hunting this thing the size of a hippo, in the hope that they can get one and use it for food for part of the life support stuff that they're trying to recollect.
We fixed our ship up too with their plating from the Gianconti.
Yep, and the fact that these things seem to do something akin to what pearls do, but instead of making pearls, they seem to make the blue sapphire things,
which is a high commodity on this world. So we're looking at we're looking for meat and sapphire, so we're hunting.
Yeah. So at the moment they've located one of these things. They think vibration is what's attracting it, but for some reason it's not coming up to the surface. It's just below the surface. So guys, so Siobhan, you're there with the one hand you got your carbine ready, and the other one you're sort of just pulling on the string, whatever, just trying to make some vibration. And you've definitely, it's circling, so you've definitely got its attention, but something, you're not doing something.
So that bottle the vibrating bottle thing I threw didn't do anything?
It's not, well, it's done something because it's maintained its interest, but there's something that's not happening to bring it any closer to the surface.
Maybe we should just jump down there, man. End our lives, but...
Yeah, remember, you don't grow back.
How high above the sand are we? Huh?
You don't grow back. How high did you want
Yeah,
Ock to take the air raft?
I say we slam the air raft into the sand and then bring it immediately back up. I ask Bob's not with us. I'm asking Vincent to do that. Just hit the sand, you know what I mean? Like boom, and then go immediately
Alright.
back up.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
That way you're putting some weight and that might bring them up to the surface.
Okay, you do that. Can you give me an air raft roll, please, Vincent?
Cool. 1. Oh, that's a 7.
That's okay. That's exactly what I needed. So you put the air raft down, and as you're bringing it up, unfortunately you've drawn some sand into some intake
Oh shit.
valve somewhere, and the ship is not functioning very well. You're not getting the height that you expect to get. The readings are saying that the various parts of the machine are heating up pretty quickly. You've got to remember, outside temperature here is around about
Shit.
close to 38, 39 degrees Celsius in the shade.
Oh, it's cooking.
Yeah, so your machine would probably be functioning high around keeping everything cool. The sand in the intakes is pushing it over the limit, so you're not getting what you can or should get out of your ship.
Is there any rocky surface that's not
No.
sand?
Well, there are some promontories that are quite a ways away, a couple of kilometres.
Yeah.
You may get there, you don't know. But the other interesting thing is, Ock, who has been watching the sensor, says, "Here it comes." And then you see this thing jump, and it does jump out of the sand, propelling itself out of the sand. Your vessel's at about 5 meters and rising slowly. You're hoping to get like at 10 meters right now and rising fast. It is going
It's
up.
time to shoot at it.
You will be, as this thing is going to come down on the back of the air raft, and you're probably going to slide into its mouth. So you see this thing. It's about twice as long as a rhino out of the sand, and about as half thin. It's a sort of slightly conical body, as I said, sort of a wedge head with
Javon has just shot his.
Yep, look at, and it's got a sort of some sort of, I guess you could call it a very flat, piercing beak, which opens, and inside it you can just see row after row of teeth. You're going, holy shit. Also, it has multiple short tentacles, all of about 2, perhaps 3 meters long, which would probably be part of its propelling. Who knows if it's attacking? Yeah. So it's basically all body and all tentacles and all mouth at the moment, and the mouth is coming down over the back of the air raft. So first of all, Siobhan, since you're ready, fire away.
Every shot I rolled a 10.
Okay, so let's see what you've got there. So for a carbine, add 1 to that for the armor, and add 1 to the range. So that actually becomes a 12. Yep.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's a hit, and do your damage, sir, which is 4d.
Rolling right now. 15.
Excellent.
That ought to shake him up a little bit.
Hasn't touched the sides.
Uh,
So if I roll anything but a
Frank.
double 1, it's going to attack you as it comes down. Yep, it's going to attack the ship probably. I'll just roll that. If it's double 1s, it's actually Javon it's attacking, being the only person that's sort of near it to attack.
Frank, you could shoot now.
He could.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yep. But unfortunately, it's
we
going to come
taking-
down and attack the back of the ship first. Plus
Are we taking
Okay.
turns with this? Yeah.
Well, basically, you're going to be shooting it next as it sort of its jaw hits the back of the raft,
Auto rifle.
and that is going to damage the raft as well. Just give me a second, as it would be considered like a small vessel. Here we go. 2d6.
Oh, you don't have to figure out every little damage to every
Yep.
little accessory.
Oh, cool. Hit the drive. Choice. Hit the drive. So, Vincent, you must lose the entire engine. Make 2 rolls, air aft. 1 to keep the engine ticking over, and the other one to get some more height, in that order.
Air raft. Go. Alright. Oh, coming. There we go. An
Yep,
8.
you've got the engine ticking over, so now you can try to get some height. It's definitely heading downwards. And you do.
And another 8.
So
yeah.
you're still going upwards, which is great. You're getting away from it. And as it's going down over the side, where you go, Pierre, with Frank's. So Frank, auto rifle. He adds
Range ain't that far
2
for scope.
and 0. He adds 2 plus his roll.
Okay. And my skill started with 2, and
There we go.
well,
That's
hang on,
plus
what I
4.
got here?
That's plus 4.
Yeah, 1 plus dex bonus plus 2 more, so that's
Yep.
3. I'm playing at a plus 3 and 2 more to that.
Cool.
Plus
And then I
1,
think
plus
auto
2,
fire
2.
gets 2 shots on the creature.
Roll it
Okay.
twice.
Yep.
And you can roll 60 damage.
Well,
if you
3D
hit
and
twice.
3D, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make that as inline rolls.
Yep.
2 of them. Alright, that looks like that. Oops, wrong kinds of brackets, damn. But I got a 14, and the other one's going to be a 2d6 plus 5. 9.
2 hits.
Well, that's a terrible roll.
Yeah, they both managed to hit. Okay.
Oh, there goes. Okay.
Yep. Damage,
Relatively.
which is 3D and a 3D.
each.
Yep.
Uh, 8 and 9.
Ooh, that's
17
nice.
17. Okay.
Now roll that one more time.
Now he's got that's just 2 lots of damage, I think. Or is that
That's just 3D though. Oh yeah, you're right.
he's got? Yep.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
relatively smaller than average 3D rolls.
Okay,
Yeah.
so basically what you can see, Frank, is that it's not moving as it flaps over the back of the air aft, and thanks to Vincent's fantastic piloting roll, no one's flipped out of the air aft. Just the back sort of
okay.
goes down, it flips back. It's not moving as it just impacts on the surface of the sand.
Javon, take another shot now.
If you want to.
There you go.
Okay, damage.
Working on that right now too. Another 14. So you got the
Okay, it's definitely
26,
dead. Yep.
15, and 14.
Yep. And
Definitely dead.
unfortunately that one has burnt some of the meat off it. Bit of overkill, but that's okay. Better be safe than sorry. So by now, Vincent, you've got the vessel up to around about 10-12 meters off the sand. I don't know if Joaquin or Frank is saying that they've got it, because as far as you know, all you want to do is go up. So what are you two guys telling him? You're looking
We
over,
do
it's
have
not
it,
moving. Yeah, it's not moving.
Where are we going?
It's dead, man. We can bring it back.
Alright.
It's a,
So fighting the vessel, you do bring it down. That's not a major issue. You're going to have to clean it out. I wouldn't tell Bob what you've done. It might be just the
Bob
things
likes fixing stuff.
push him
man.
over the edge right now. You're gonna have
Bob will
to.
fix it. No problem, man. Bob needs to keep busy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. As you now, this thing is big, so it's going to take almost
Yeah.
all of you to haul it onto the air raft. You guys sink up to your knees trying to get this thing moving. This thing.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is that it does smell like cooked burnt chicken.
Oh, good. We're gonna die of chicken. We can handle that. Everything tastes like chicken. What the hell?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other white meat. So as you're moving it on, I just need to see if no, damn. Okay. Can I get? He doesn't. Who has electronics?
Javon does. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I've got electronics 1.
Okay, I need both of you two to roll, please. Your electronic roll.
Okay.
So you're sort of out in the sand pushing and pulling this thing to get into the air raft.
Got a 10.
Javon. Okay, Javon, you hear a ping coming out from the driving bay of the air raft. You sort of look over.
Oh shoot! I go take a look at the sensors. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's something here, man.
There's
might be the
something
sister.
about 20 meters away, and it's about 4 times as big as what you're just doing right now.
Oh shit! And we're landed. We can't take off right at the moment, right?
You can. You're just going to lose this thing.
Well, we could get a bigger one though.
Possibly.
Oh, I don't know, guys. What do you think we're gonna do? I mentioned
Okay,
it's
it's
coming.
now 10 meters. What are you guys doing?
Let's get up
Gotta
in the
do
air quickly.
Okay, you
Drop
jump
this
on.
thing.
Make
Go.
your roll, Vincent, real quick. It's going to be on top of you before you know. Okay, and with a penalty because the vessel's not moving that fast, you're at about 5 meters when this huge mound of sand, just like about 5 meters away from the kill, just suddenly moves up, and this thing just this thing is huge. As I said, it's about 4 or 5 times as big as this one that you just downed, and it just rises in a very graceful. You see the mouth open. The air raft could easily fit inside that thing, and then it just comes straight down on top of your kill. You are sort of at eye level with it. It was focused on the thing, not on you, thankfully. But this thing is
but what
monstrous.
we just killed, it just took away.
Yep.
So we lost.
And
our
it's still,
score.
no, but it's still burrowing down. It's big. What are you doing from 5 meters away?
Fire.
Okay, make your rolls. And this time,
I just rolled an 11.
can you
with
roll
my
for
regular
Ock, please? He gets a penalty because he doesn't have a high dexterity. He gets a -3 on his, but he's got level 1, so he gets a -2. Ock. -2, sorry.
Arcs with it.
-2 plus 2, which is a 0, and he gets a total of +2 all up.
+2 all up.
Yeah, which is a 6. So
Hold on.
he doesn't hit. That's okay.
No, he.
Okay, and Frank, with your automatic weapon.
Oh yeah,
If you're
okay.
firing.
I'm getting.
Yeah. And if we can get your damage, please, Joaquin. Not Joaquin, sorry, Yvonne.
17.
Okay, this thing doesn't. You hear one of these things for the first time. You've obviously
Nice.
done some damage to it, and it's not happy.
No, but it's more meat though. I mean, this might last a little bit. We could have lots of chicken.
We're parked right now. Can I take a shot with my laser carbine?
You are either going to pilot the vessel higher than 5 meters, or you're going to.
You gotta keep piloting.
All right, I thought we had parked. I didn't know we'd take it off.
Well, you
yet.
can park if you want to.
No,
Thanks, that's fine.
No.
Okay,
No,
2
no,
good
no,
shots
no,
from
no.
Frank.
Thought we were still repairing.
And yep, Frank, can you give me 2 lots of damage?
If we
feet,
kill
Frank.
this thing, if we kill this thing and it lies
We
down,
doubled
in the
up the
sand,
meat.
Yeah, but it'll probably attract something even bigger. Have you heard of Russian dolls?
Yeah.
That's what this is starting to look like.
Good
Just roll
analogy.
60.
Yeah. Let's see your
Oh
damage.
man.
All right,
Russian
so I'm
dolls.
sorry, I got 2 hits for sure because
Yep.
the thing is too bloody big. How can I miss?
Exactly.
And damages
3D and 3D.
2 shots. Yeah, 3D inline 3d6, and if you don't know, you type double square brackets to
Right.
get inline rolls.
Cool.
12 and 13. That's pretty good. 25 on top of 17.
Okay,
And,
it's still moving. This thing is a mother.
Hang on,
we have
here we
the-
go. Another laser fire. 11.
It's good. By the time you get your second shot off, it's going to be under the sand. You're going to just produce glass again.
Ah,
So it went under the sand. We lost it.
Yep.
we didn't damage
It's
it enough
gone.
before it went through the sand. Yeah. Yeah, so-
But Ock has it on the sensors. Basically,
Oh.
this thing is it is coming around very slowly.
Is it going
well,
to
it
come
buried
back
in the
out?
sand, but it's coming back.
Well, we're
Hmm.
watching where it is in the sensors and keeping our guns aimed. We're waiting for it
Okay.
to come back.
It's moving in a very slow, wide circle. It's coming back at you.
Yeah.
At around about 15 meters in front of you, you can see the sand start to crest again, and it
Yeah,
crests pretty quickly as it's coming up.
And I'm aiming.
The head clears, the front part of the body clears, the tentacles are there. This thing, as I said, is bloody monstrous. So anybody who's got a weapon that can do something, so you've attained another 5 meters, so that's 10 meters all up, but this thing could easily go 15 meters and not really make it add with any hard effort. So Vincent,
I got a
you may wish to fire at this
16 to
thing.
hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm firing.
All right.
You can fire now in one spot too, Vincent. We're
Yeah.
kind of floating there in the air.
Yeah.
I rolled a 16 with the +4, and I rolled 14 damage.
Okay.
That's
This
what the,
thing is
That's
taking
what.
a hell of a beating, and it's still moving. Ock,
Yeah.
can you roll up for Rock, please, with +2?
Arc is. What is Arc shooting?
He's shooting it with his laser rifle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. I forgot to reduce the dice. All right, here's his hit.
He
Arc
misses.
doesn't hit anything.
Okay. Which
Totally
leaves Frank and Vincent.
Javon
Right.
hit.
Yeah. I don't know the range or anything, but this is just straight roll. That's
Hang on.
11.
So
That's
you've
a
got
hit.
laser what are you using?
Laser carbine.
Carbine. Okay. What's your dexterity?
It's a 10. So I
10.
get a +2.
+1.
Yeah.
That gives you
plus
+2.
So that's a 12.
12, and laser carbine versus his armor is a +1, and versus the range is another +1. That definitely hits damages.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a shit. 4D. Another 4D.
Right. Ooh.
Ooh,
There we go.
okay.
Frank's turn again.
Yep, and Frank. Basically, the lasers. As you're shooting, part of it, what you're shooting is the sand that it's dispersing is actually reducing some of your impact. Even though you're shooting really well, you can actually see some of the sand, like as in space, some of the lasers would be diffracted. Same thing's happening here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your laser isn't as good
Sand
as it could
casters.
be. But Frank is doing an awesome job with his auto rifle, which isn't being dispersed. There you go,
Physical
Frank.
slugs. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, damages.
Yep.
Again, in line.
We killing it, man.
Ooh,
Gonna have
18.
lots of
18.
chicken.
Perfect 18.
Oh God, this thing is taking serious damage.
It
Holy
is. As I
shit.
said, the lasers aren't as effective as they could have been. It comes down on the air raft.
Ooh.
Oh man, we're crashing then.
think that's heavier than it.
How high up were we?
It's definitely hit 10 meters. It comes down. I need a piloting roll, please, from Vincent. With the penalty that I'm not going to tell you what it is. So get excellent roll, Vincent. That means that no one falls out of the air raft. You do slam the ground. Everyone will take this damage.
It's okay, Bob will fix it.
Yeah, but
Bob will fix it. It's okay.
yeah, Bob will fix it.
He won't be
Everyone
mad at all.
takes this from their endurance. Everyone takes 2 points off their endurance, just from the slam down. No one is squished under the body of this thing. The air raft is stuck under the body of this thing. And there is some good news. It's not moving.
We killed it finally.
But your air raft is stuck under it. And can you please roll, Vincent, 2d6? Two 2d6 rolls, please.
What, 2d6
rolls. Yep.
A pair of them.
Pilot roll or what?
No, this is some location rolls.
Alright.
7. Okay, rightio.
And
Yep.
10.
And a
7
10 and a 10. Okay, rightio. So, okay, just randomly, I've got a roll. There were 4 of you on here, so I'm going to go Vincent, Ock, Siobhan, and Frank in that order. Vincent, you're also it's managed to wreck part of the pilot seat cabin area, so it's damaged your drive, it's damaged your ability to maneuver the vessel. So if you can get it out from underneath, it's not guaranteed that you're going to be able to get this vessel moving at all, or that you're going to be able to put it in the right direction.
Boy.
But it hasn't damaged. What it hasn't damaged is your communicator.
We need to make a call. We got to call for help.
Yep.
We need to call for help. Mayday, we're on the hunt. We need help. We killed the land kraken, and we're split. Mayday, mayday, mayday. We're calling for help. Javon could do that with electronics 1.
Yep.
They're trying to call over the communicators for help.
Cool.
Maybe even try to call Bob if need be. But Bob can't pilot.
Okay, you get several different groups coming in to support you. The Gianconti that come in are just sort of gobsmacked.
We got a big one. We got a bigger one than they got.
much bigger.
Hey, Tech, look what we got. Humans on the first hunt. We got the big one.
Bigger and don't forget to count the one in its belly as well.
Yeah. Double the trouble. We got extra meat. We got meat inside of meat, like the Russian dolls, man.
Well,
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's actually like that desert. It's like that desert Arab meal of eggs stuffed into chickens, stuffed into
goat,
lamb, stuffed into a camel. The camel's on top.
Dude, we're gonna be filleting this chicken for a while. We'll be chopping it and cutting it. We got chicken inside a chicken. It's like stuffing a little tiny chicken inside of a bigger chicken, like a turkey, like a little turkey in a turkey.
What you've got to do is you've got to move it from the space, otherwise, like it was attracted, you will be attracting other things. So, Joaquin, can you please give me a piloting roll?
If we could drag it to some rock off the sand, we'd be okay.
Have I been piloting the raft? I don't have an air raft skill.
No, you're piloting the ship. The ship's going to have to lift this thing up.
Oh, the ship goes over there. Okay.
Yep.
The ship is ship shape. I'm gonna be careful, and
he's gonna flatten it and crush it or something stupid.
I'm gonna braid it with sand. It'll look like.
Okay, and while you're doing that, where are the people? No, because you're not on the ship. Are you in the air raft, on the creature, or standing on the sand?
Oh man, I'm in the air raft still.
Okay, because that is actually the safest place, even though you might get crushed by the ship.
No, I'll be standing on the sand doing a dance, doing a little hop sketch. Don't worry about getting eaten.
You're gonna get eaten. Okay.
You're gonna get
Yeah,
a little eaten
I
today,
think
man.
if we're lucky, all the creatures are scared of the sound of Big Boy dying, and they're going to wonder who killed Big Boy. Oh my goodness, we got to stay away from this place.
Hopefully.
That's what
I
I
just
hope.
don't think it works that way. I would hope
No.
it does, but I don't think it works that way here.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's ringing the dinner bell.
It's or will they be thinking the big dead guy can't fight back now? Time to eat him.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so we
Piling
might
roll.
face more predators. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask for some help, though, not to leave anything.
there's
to chance.
only
Anybody?
2 people left on ship. That would be
Okay.
Jack and Bob.
Okay, so I got to roll piloting. I don't have piloting skills, so I'm rolling piloting solo.
Yeah.
Do I get any pluses because it's a simple thing? I'm not even lifting into space or anything.
Tell me what you're doing.
Well, I'm going to go slow
Yes. So you're
because
taking
I
your
don't think
time.
they went very far, and I'm
Okay.
going to respect all urban speed limits.
Right. So you're being careful.
And yeah, and my altitude.
Okay.
Well, I don't really need a whole lot of altitude anyway. I'd pick it 100 meters to make sure
Okay.
nothing can jump that high,
Right.
as far as we've seen so far. And I will steer towards the site and size up the place. And our air raft is immobile in the sand, and is it freed from a big carcass?
No,
or
there's a
is
big
it
carcass lying on top of it. Part of
top
it's
of it,
poking out.
okay.
Yep. And that's where the crew,
Okay.
your crew is, because they're not touching the sand at the moment. They're on the.
Okay.
Yep. Make your roll.
Okay. Okay, so this is how the winch rose cracking, to make a pun, I guess.
Or
Let's
flat
see.
teammates. I'm tenderizing the meat for you guys.
Okay, so the piloting trip 2 there. Here's the
Oh
roll.
no, just
okay.
one roll. That's all. Just one piling roll. That's all.
One roll.
Yep.
Roll that.
Yep. And you're going to get a
Okay.
bonus, but only by 1. So you can add another extra 1 on top.
Okay, so bonus of 1. Okay, so I'm gonna make a 10 die roll, and I'm gonna use the hand winch, which has like about a 200 to 1 gear ratio. So I'm cranking this to lift the whole Kraken 1 inch. Make a huge circle to lift it another inch. Actually, no, of course it's powered winch.
Yeah, you're going to be doing it all slowly. That's all cool. Make your roll. Oh, you made it.
And I'm still, yeah. Well, the piloting roll I made, and is this another
Okay,
kind of roll?
No, that's totally fine. You get there, you get the ship in place. You actually
Yeah.
can maneuver the. Now it's up to Vincent to try to get this air raft going. You guys are stuck on the air raft, but at least the creature's not on top of the air raft anymore.
I see a problem though, because it's like trying to lift Jello. My hooks on the winch might just actually, just slide right through the creature. If I'm not
Oh
careful.
no, there's
You gotta
enough
purchase
tentacles
them.
to entwine and tangle.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's basically a body with a whole lot of tentacles coming off it and a mouth at the front.
Okay, but the gelatinous nature doesn't collapse or rip
Nope.
pieces off.
No, it's
It
just
supports its own weight
just
in the air.
dangling. Front and back are dangling.
Okay.
So you just
A little
slowly.
tangle's okay.
Mm-hmm. And
Now-
Vincent,
I think we should.
sorry, your chance to get the air raft up in the air.
All right. You doing air raft or?
Air raft.
All right.
See if it can move first before you have to try to fix it.
That's a 6.
Nope,
Yeah.
you can't get anything kicking over. So you pull out the machine, the tools that you got on the air raft, and you have a look at the air raft engine and stuff, the gravitics. Give yourself a roll to diagnose.
All right. Also a 6.
You have no idea what's wrong with it. Are you going to whack at it with something and see if that helps?
Whack at it. Roll again.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, 'cause that's all you've got at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much. Also a 6.
Okay,
We're not going nowhere, man. We're gonna stay here.
The air raft is dead.
Underneath.
In locomotion wise. And Ock. +1, no. So he can't even read the sensors on the air raft because they're damaged. so you don't even know what's surrounding you at the moment in the sand.
I've got electronics. Can I see if I can get the sensors back working?
Sure.
All right.
This all takes time, but sure.
Yeah. Be nice to know. That's a 9.
Well, you've got them working, so Ock will have another go. He can't read shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I help with an electronics roll in some
No,
way?
it's
shape,
you
or form?
can use your electronics to see if you can see anything on the sensors.
And I can't.
Nope.
Nope.
And Vincent, you're the last one. I think you can try.
Okay. That's an 8.
Yay!
Yeah.
I got
No, you
it.
really didn't want to. You really
Right.
didn't want to have those things working. There's about 6 of the things of the original size, sort of in the 50 to 100 meter zone, and they're all slowly circling in.
Oh, brother. They're circling in. Can we get this thing off the ground yet, or no? Can we try again?
He can try
Oh,
again.
man.
If anyone else has got air raft, Ock can try to support you because he's got air raft 0.
Okay, that would be good.
He does give you a +1.
Oh, all right. Yeah, another +1.
All
That's
right.
9 now. All right.
Just
All
you
right,
start.
all right, all right.
Give me an
Let's
air
do
raft
that
to
right
see if you can
together.
get this thing up off the sand.
All right. Another 9.
Radio, you have attained a height of about 3 meters. The creatures, when you lift off, the creatures seem to increase their frenzy and move in a lot quicker, a lot closer. You're only 3 meters off the ground. You know that these size ones can probably make 5 to 6 meters in the air.
We need more. We need more height.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So the only thing you can do is you can push it and either blow out the engine or push it and get there. What are you doing?
You got to push it. You got to gamble.
All right.
We got to get that height.
okay.
Why
All
don't
right.
I just? Are there extra winches? Can't I just winch
No,
the air raft up?
No.
No.
Well, you've
Yeah.
got this
Occupied.
huge carcass underneath the ship at the moment.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Maybe I can rig some steel cables from the carcass to the air raft and lift the air
There's
raft.
only
no
if you wanna
time
get
now.
out.
He's got to punch
Yeah.
it or not at all. It's do or
All
die. And if
Yep.
we don't make it, we die.
Well, no, you've
this
got another
is
fight
gonna
on your
crash.
hand.
Yeah. What's their distance? We're gonna be looking at all 3 of them at once, or maybe just one of them first.
We
If
can't
just
take all
rise
3 on at
safely.
once.
Yeah.
Man,
If we
it
rise,
took everything we got to take one out.
yeah. If we
Well,
try to
jeez.
rise up safely, he said it was the original size, not the
Gunners
second.
should get in the
Oh.
ship and take use ship weapons on these things.
But they
Yeah,
can't get there.
Yeah.
Oh, we're stuck on the air
what I'm
raft
a-
still.
Yeah, what I'm asking is if I take it up by the safe speed without punching it,
You
are
get
we
about
gonna be
6
looking at-
meters, just on the
Yeah.
top height of their jump.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was wondering how many of them would they all arrive at the same time, or would it be one at a time?
Don't know. All I can tell you is he's counted 7 of them.
Oh,
Punch it! Oh, punch it! Punch it! Punch
All
it!
right,
Bud.
And they're
all
closing in.
You're gonna
Yeah,
get eaten.
punching it. Here we go. Come on.
Yes!
Wait, okay. All right.
So if this was a movie,
It's
you would
that.
sort of, as you're going up, they're coming up and missing the boat by just inches, sort of thing. As you're just
Deep
quickly
just missing us
accelerating it.
by inches, all of them. We just
Yep.
got cleared.
Yep.
Oh, let's get
Nice
this
and
bad
dramatic.
boy in the.
Yeah.
Let's get this bad boy in the dock of the ship.
Yep. That part's
Oh,
easy. You've got it high
man.
enough. You can go over and dock
Yeah,
it with the
let's
ship
get in the
and
dock,
rest.
and then let's get in the turrets, and then we can take 7 more of these things out, and we'll have life support for 6 months.
You've got life support for more than 6 months with that thing you've got. Think about it.
Oh, the
You've
one
got,
we got?
that one you've
on,
got's
eh?
about the size of 4 elephants. Fully grown
Oh, wow.
African
So
elephants.
it'll be chicken. It'll be chicken fillet,
Yeah,
chicken
chicken-
divan,
chicken donuts, chicken bloody fricassee, chicken cream pie. I'm sick of
You
chicken.
can do a lot with chicken. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
Lots of meat.
Yeah, frozen chicken popsicles. Yum. Okay. You basically take the beast back to where you were, land the vessel. That's the easy part. Not on top of it.
Hey, where's Tech? I want to show Tech our score, us humans that are wimps.
He sees
Where's
it. He
Tech
sees
at?
it.
Yeah. Hey, Tech, look, man. Frank too would be messing with him. Look what we did.
Yeah, we can do the satire just like he did the satire. See, we have these.
Yep.
You know,
you do all that. He just sits quietly. Yep. Yeah. You go. Sorry.
Okay.
See, we have these things called balls and testicles. They don't grow back. They just stay there. They don't go away either.
I'm a doctor. I can verify that is how it works.
So, we have magic flying things and big boomsticks that go right through these suckers.
He acknowledges and bows to your superiority in the hunt. He only hopes that you are generous enough to share a small part of the meat of the great beast with him.
Which we can. We would share with them and have a feast, a little party.
Well, basically they are very,
Do
very...
we find any sapphires in there?
Oh, you want to know how many sapphires? Okay, let me give me a second. God, I haven't had one of these for...
The guy seemed to say that by fighting the Kraken, he retrieved 2 loose sapphires. So we get a haul of sapphires on top of delicious chicken, really?
Yes, you get 12, very big, the size of your fist.
Ooh.
This thing is produced in various parts of its digestive tract. 12 very big of these, what look like star sapphires, but obviously you know them to be something different.
So hey, check this out, Tech. We show them our 12 sapphires. Look what we scored.
He comes up to you and hits you on the back and hugs you and says it would be his clan's honor if you would accept membership into it.
Oh, we could join their clan now?
Yeah, you're proving yourself in combat.
Oh, maybe that would be a good idea, but you know that we cannot stay.
That doesn't matter. Wherever you are a family member.
Okay, yeah, well, we might as well. It's allies, so then we're a family member to the Tech.
So, so, I mean... It's
as long as they don't want to rub up next to us or anything, I mean, I'm okay with that.
No.
It just won't work,
Yeah.
Tell them,
it's not rubbing off on me, sorry.
Tell them we don't rub that way.
Yeah, rub that way. So, Vincent, you don't know the joke. You told the group how these guys reproduce. They normally sit in a third neutral gender, and then they choose a season where they mate, and one takes the role of what would be considered the male, and the one takes the role of the female.
They're like 3 genders.
Yeah, and how they pass or transfer DNA is through frottage. But yeah, so anyway, that's what the rubbing joke is all about. Yeah.
You missed
so
part of that.
3 days of big partying, introduced to a whole lot of new liquors that Vincent says that we'll find, and do various levels of inebriation and just celebration.
Does the ganja have any effect on them?
They haven't tried it.
Oh, you're gonna experiment.
Oh yeah, Javon's gonna get together with Tech and say, smoke a little of this, man.
They could turn blue and die. That's a very bad idea.
Well, first of all he sniffs what comes off the stuff, and he says it's got a very pleasant odor. What is this thing you do? How
you
do I
inhale
ingest
it in your lungs, man.
Inhale
you hold it in and let it out. And as he's taking a hit off of his blood.
Okay, he'll try it. His first one isn't very successful. Yeah, not very successful. He coughs and spluts and all that sort of stuff. But he says, no, I must master this. And he tries again, and the second time is a bit more successful. And he says, it has a mild, relaxing, pleasant...
Sit back, man. Look up at the sky and just enjoy the view. The whole universe. And then he starts talking some philosophical reggae kind of raspa kind of stuff to him.
So you and Tarek share that moment. And it does seem
but I
to
don't
have...
think
Yeah.
I don't think his relaxation is as strong as Javon's
No.
relaxation. I mean, physiologically, they're different.
Yep.
Javon has always been super duper uselessly relaxed. In fact,
That's right. If he was to be any more relaxed, he'd fall over backwards.
Uselessly relaxed.
yeah.
Oh.
But he enjoys the experience and the sensation. It's just a pity it of course doesn't have the huge effect it has on humans. So I mean, yeah, it's like several other things that he has on his home planet, on this planet, that can give him the same sort of effect.
Give him coffee next.
That's just cruel.
We'll try every human food and condiment until we find out they get high on relish or something like that.
So 3 days go through with a lot of sort of celebration. Basically, the body of the creature is prepared. It fills up the thing that Bob's built. You've roughly got 6 months worth of food. You still haven't found enough water, but you've got 6 months worth of food stored now.
Well, water's easy. I mean, that's ice rock. We could get water. We could get water in this system. We just have to jet out to the outer part of the system.
The fifth orbit is an asteroid belt, by the way, Mantar. So we might find ice there.
Yep. So they thank you for sharing it with their tribe.
These guys could take us to ice, couldn't they?
Oh yeah, easy.
We need to look.
Well, that's where they get their unrefined fuel from. That
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably trade them a couple of these, trade and fill up on water right here. I mean, why wouldn't we not? If we give them a couple of our
you don't have to do
sapphires,
anything. You've shared in the Great Hunt. This story will be repeated many years from now, and this tribe holds this clan holds a very special part because they shared in it.
Oh, because we shared our hunt with them, because we fed them with the food, and we shared the food with them. Then now we're clans members. So it's like a religious sacrament or something.
Sort of like more of a cultural sort of thing than a religious.
Yeah, we like accepted them in like they were part of our.
So
hunt.
they are a little bit more open about talking about the Yini. The Yini they consider them to be a much more honourable race. They don't say as to compared to who, but they were the Yini. But the thing with the Yini is that they can sometimes be too, and they use a word which sort of comes out. It's either like excited, enthusiastic, or it's not. The language translator is not really getting it, but it's sort of like that sort of thing. High energy. You're not quite sure what it is. And so be prepared for that, but they are usually very honourable when they do deal with people. They stick to their agreements. They are a smaller race. They're an odd race, but yes.
The Yeni.
Yini, yep.
We're just one jump though.
That's 2 jumps.
Yep.
2 jumps. Okay.
So now we've got our fuel and our water and our food, and our ship might have some scar marks all over it, but we got our rooms built back, we got our hatches back, we got everything fully functionable again.
Yep.
So this was a good score.
The only thing you haven't got is as much tradable as you had before. That's the only thing you're missing. You still got
we lost a lot of goods.
2 ton of trading barter stuff in the stateroom of metals and gemstones and that sort of stuff. So you still got that, which is still going to be useful. But
Plus
at the moment,
12 more sapphires too.
Yes, and big ones at that. Well, you call them sapphires. These people call them something else. So,
still worth something.
Yeah, yeah. But they
Jack
look like
Bright would be checking out. He's
polishing them all.
Like, he's polishing them all. He might be doing stuff to put a computer on it or a scanner to see if he could detect exactly what it is. And he's always about the money in the score.
Yep.
And the
So we
trade.
gained some new sapphires from the carcass of
Yep.
the kraken.
Yep.
Oh, look, this one's shaped like an 8-sided die. Roll it. Yeah. Gotta paint some numbers on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the week comes to its end, as does the celebration, and you're ready to go.
Ready to go.
Where are you planning to jump to?
I think Yanni's the next step, isn't it?
Could be.
Where are we going to, you guys?
I guess we'll have to jump into 507 and scan.
Mm-hmm.
506,
Yeah.
606.
Scan both of these guys.
Okay, so just give me a second. Just want to see if there's any. Oh, no, that won't work. Any counter rolls. So that's where you're going to go. Can I get a? Excuse me. Can I get a Bob? A roll from Bob, please, to make sure the ship doesn't blow up.
Bob. How's Bob doing? He's got to be happy we scored some food, huh? Seems a little less crabby. We at least got things patched up.
No one's told him about the air raft. He might have discovered it by himself.
Oh, yeah, that would piss him off.
So when you're ready, Sid, if you can give me just a flat 2d6 roll, please.
Still there, Sid?
Yeah, I'm getting on it.
Sorry. You want low on this. And then Joaquin, you're going to be ready to roll up your one. Nope, no
pilot.
blowing up. No blowing up, which is lovely.
No blowing up. We actually take off and do everything without any issue.
Yep, and
What did you
now
do?
the jump. Making sure you don't jump 4,000 miles away. So, looking for a miss
You
jump.
want me to roll navigation?
No, just the flat 2d6 as you engage the jump drives. You've been given the all
okay.
clear,
Yeah, missed jump.
so you don't want to miss
No
jump.
12. No 12.
Nope, beautiful. Okay, so you do basically do the jump, boom, and there is no encounter going out. You get into 507, so if someone wants to put the trail thing on there, that's all fine. And then Vincent, who do you want to check, 506 or 606 first?
Well, go clockwise. We'll do 506.
Okay, make your roll, please. Yeah, census roll.
Right. $12 on that one.
Okay, so I better therefore give
Yvonne
it
is very happy to have walls again in his privacy.
a gas giant, at least one. Possibly
So there is
two.
a destination there. Possibly two, but for sure one.
Yep. And Yinny, which is 606. So you need your next one, Mantar, when you're ready.
Oh, alright. And 8 on that one.
You're not detecting a gas giant.
Okay.
Okay.
But we know we know that race is there, right? Do we know
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
about the Yanni world?
About the world itself.
Yeah.
Well, the Geocontes say that they're a bit more advanced than they are. They have quite a pleasant planet, the Geoconte call it. They're not as populous.
What's the hydrographics there?
They don't say, they just say it's more pleasant. They don't sort of have any other specifics, really.
Well, I say for safekeeping, we should go to 506 because we know there's a gas giant there, and then refuel to full, and maybe check out that system.
then we could go to Yeni because we'd have enough fuel to jump back to 506.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the gas giant is the for sure bet. We want to keep our fuel tanks as full as possible. That's what I would say.
That way we can jump out if the folks on
Yeah.
get a little too exuberant, as they said.
Yeah. We don't want to be at their mercy with empty tanks.
Yeah, but it's still a bit unknown. Did Gianconti ever say anything about the 0506 system?
No.
No? We didn't ask?
No one
Okay.
asked, and they only seem to be focused on the Yeni.
Yeah. Well, we're not. We're going to the gas giant and scanning the system. I mean, if there's a world of interest, we'll go to it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Yeni are still there. I mean, we've been. God, how many weeks have we been at this? Jeez, we've been on a long time.
1 week to fix our ship.
4.
I had week 24 for entering Gianconti.
And that took a week and a half, so you're at week roughly 26 and a half right now, halfway through your year.
And now we got the life support wing areas there.
Yep. And you've done about a third of the planets.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so you're making for that system.
506 gas giant.
And you're aiming for a gas giant as opposed to a main planet, correct? So I am going to need a nav roll on this one, but it's one of those you only get to see half of the roll.
Okay.
So Vincent.
What die?
1d6, Vincent.
I got it. It's a 5.
I can assist.
That's good.
Do you want assistance?
That's
or no?
good.
You don't need it.
Yeah, and also your level is 1, is that correct?
1.
Yep, cool. So that's
Yeah,
6 plus whatever I roll to see how close you are to getting to
That's
the...
pretty good. That's good odds there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need another roll from Bob to make sure the ship doesn't blow up. And then another roll from Joaquin to make sure you don't do a misjump. So the blowing up roll first, please, Sid.
Straight 2D.
And Bob would be very happy to know that they made a jump and not damaged a single thing. Beautiful.
A second jump without damaging anything.
And misjump is a straight 2d6, is it? Okay, so...
Nice. No misjump.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so you can plug yourself into 0506. You aren't as close as you'd like to be to the gas giant, but you are not that far away. So you, I would say, are around about 14 hours out from it. So it's
Can we
just...
scan the system for planets and stuff?
You can scan for some stuff. So, Stradio Vincent, 506 does not appear to have any radio signals or any signals of any nature in it.
Yeah.
You're not picking up anything of a radio or an electronic signature in system.
Okay. Nice, I guess.
What about planet bodies, celestial bodies?
Basically your scanners aren't going to be too great about that. But Vincent, if you want to give me one.
How many stars and what kind of stars?
Oh, stars, that's easy. This one is a single star. It's a main sequence star. Vincent, if you want to...
Yeah, sensors roll,
Yep.
got an 8.
So, you can tell at least in the outer part of this system, there are 3 other planets apart from the gas giant. There's another large gas giant like the one you're heading towards, another smaller gas giant, and then an icy planet that would be roughly the size of Mars.
And that's all we can tell, eh?
Yep, at the moment, yeah, because you're just too far away to get the inner place. But as I said, it's a main sequence star, single star, and you've definitely got at least 4 outer planets, so you'd have to get into the
I
inner
would
part.
say I would say what we should do is maybe first off skim and fill the fuel tanks full, and then work our way in system, just cruising towards the habitable zone and see if we can detect a few more planets. That's my suggestion, crew.
Okay. Yeah, we can maybe stay outside the 100 diameters of planets in case there's a threat. Would help us jump out more easily.
Yeah.
Yep. No,
And
that's
we
okay.
might even want to set a course for Yeni if there is a threat where we could jump straight to Yeni next. But I mean, in the meantime, though, we might as well explore and see if there's another world of interest in the habitable.
Yeah, navigator can calculate a provisional jump out to Yini, but then if we follow a certain spiraling pattern or protocol, it might be safe to explore a bit.
Okay. So I just need another one of those half rolls, please, from the navigator.
Alright. 4 this time. That's a 5.
Cool. So I know exactly where you're going to end up with that, providing the misjump or the blow up doesn't happen. Okay. So you're on a sort of a predetermined pathway where, should you need to, it's like a 10-second sort of job to engage, and boom, you're in jump. You travel in system. It's going to take you around about 4 days. It's a pretty open system. There's no asteroid belt. You encounter the 4th planet, and on the 4th planet, its atmosphere and conditions are like Mars, but it's around about it'd be about a size 9 planet, so it's quite big. There is evidence from your sensors that it once held a much thicker atmosphere, but not anymore. The 3rd planet you come into is actually quite close to the 4th planet. It's quite possible that the 3rd planet actually could have been captured in this system, because it's not where it should be in the cosmic sort of equation of where planets should sit.
What's the 3rd planet like? What are they?
The 3rd planet is a thin atmosphere. It does have some water on it. It's a rock planet, but it does have water on it, but it doesn't seem to have anything else. So I don't know if you want to stop there or not.
We might as well. And even if nothing else, if it's got water, we can cap off our tanks for the little bit of fuel we burn just coming to this planet.
If that's what you want to do.
And it might, if there's water and there's a thin atmosphere, it's worth checking out. If there's freestanding water, I think it's worth checking out.
Okay.
But then I could.
So, Joaquin, if you want to make the piloting roll to enter the atmosphere, if that's what you're going to do.
Okay, some things are going to just burst through the ice and kill us. I just know it. Piloting.
You get a +1 because it's a thin atmosphere. It's easier to get into than a thicker one.
You say so?
Yep. Nice.
Success.
Okay, no issues, no scratching, no denting, no damaging the ship.
Bob happy.
You'll lull him into a false sense of security. You come in. It is a thin atmosphere. You're not reading any life apart from some very, very basic amino acids and just the very beginnings of life. Really, is either it's stalled here or.
So this is the 3rd planet now. This is the one that looks like it doesn't belong in system, but it's here now.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep. It's got basic hydrographics, around about 30%. Would be around about a size 6 planet.
So it's desert and water with just the beginning signs of life.
Yeah.
Amino acid type of formations.
That's
like
it's very right at the beginning. Yep. So in all likelihood, this planet's arrived in system and it's managed to find a good spot to sit in, basically. Coming into the you got a roll to get off the system once you've pumped your stuff through. Apart from that, there's nothing else that seems to be any different from your sense. I'm not even going to ask for a sense roll because it's plain, it's boring, it stays the same way.
Time to get out of here.
So
yeah, all right.
Joaquin.
Pilot out.
Yep.
All right, so we can probably are there any other inner planets? I guess number 1 and number 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now no modifier this time piloting
Yeah,
out.
+1 because it's a thin atmosphere.
Plus.
It's easier. It's closer to
Okay.
space, so it's just easier to. Yep.
Okay, still success.
Quite a nice success.
Of course, Frank and I are in the turrets the whole
Yep.
time they're doing this.
Yep.
Unless
Nothing.
you need me to assist piloting, I'll come down.
Okay, there's
I
nothing.
think I should rely on that more.
You get into the second planet's orbit. You get into about 100, close to 100 diameters. You're picking up some readings that you either you go closer and explore, or you got to spend a bit of time here waiting for the computer to analyze and get someone to roll for analysis roll. Who's got computer skill 1 or more?
I do. I mean, Wack does.
Frank
Okay.
does too.
Wack and Frank. Okay.
It's an either or. There's no assisting. It's basically someone using the computer properly. That's it.
Frank's computer lists have computers. He doesn't have computers. But anyway, but Wack then computers. Blah.
Okay, so you sort of spend about 6 hours just hanging in space, just waiting to get some data. So the data you get on this planet, there doesn't appear to be any orbital things happening on this planet. It's a size 2 planet. It definitely has an atmosphere, and quite a robust atmosphere. Has 70% hydrographics. There's definite evidence of life. There is no evidence of any technology of an electronic or mechanical nature.
No technology.
No, not that you can pick up. So there's no steam engines. There's no telegraph signals. There's nothing. There's no. You're not picking up any sort of what you consider pollution in the atmosphere that might be coming from combustion engines.
Not even any lemon-soaked paper napkins in hermetically sealed little foil pouches?
No.
Oh dear.
Not even that.
Barbaric.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, what are we going to clean our fingers off when we have our fried chicken, What are you going to use?
Exactly.
Okay, so it seems uninteresting here, but you never know. If there is life that's intelligent but non-technological, we could make a killing selling them mirrors and merrily painted sticks and so on.
Mm-hmm. And cholera-infested blankets.
Yeah, $24 of trade goods buy you Manhattan, and they just clear out satisfied with the I think actually it was. We don't know what was traded, but I suspect it was like fidget spinners.
Broken
They
ones.
were so they were so fascinated. The natives just went away.
Mm-hmm. So, group, what do you want to do with this information?
Log it and move on.
Oh, you
There's
think
nothing.
you don't want to make a landing? I'm interested. This could be contact of a pristine primitive race that has wears furs and has interesting customs and things. What do you think?
That's whatever you guys want to do, man.
What does the crew feel like doing? No response. Anybody?
Look, sounds like they don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Wack is suddenly hot for liaison type Xeno contact, and
Vincent just shrugs.
and trying to avoid mistranslations like your sister looks like a cabbage.
Where are we now? This isn't Yanni. We're still at the. Where are we?
506.
Yeah,
506. Oh yeah,
Unnamed.
the unnamed. Well, there's nothing there though. We didn't detect anything. There's no jungle. There's no plant life. There's just algae and.
That was at
amino
number
acids.
3. This is in number 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're at number 2 now.
Yep, number 2. You can definitely detect an atmosphere. It's a size 2 planet, and it's got about 7 for its hydrographics, and definitely there's life there. There's settlements there, but there's no evidence of any electronic or mechanical.
Well, then we got to check that out. Yeah, I missed
There
that.
we go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't think you mentioned the word settlements, but there it is. We have, A-frames.
And of course, Jack Bright would be settlements, even though they're primitive. They might have some things of value. There could be a market here, so he's hot on it too. He's on board with you because he heard the word settlements, and then hydrographics, and he's thinking dollar signs.
Yep. No, that's
So
cool.
The credits ringing in his ears. His head.
Yeah, Jack is gonna sing the little song I presented about we're humans from Earth, and all that.
Yeah.
We come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill.
We got a crazy little thing here called Netflix. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Okay, you come in, you get to around about 2,000 kilometers. Again, you verify there is absolutely nothing in orbit around this planet.
But there's settlements.
There are settlements, definitely.
Very
Very small. You can pick on them much easier. So these settlements, as you can sort of get to see a little bit more closer, resemble nomadic settlements by the looks of it, because they're all makeshift, sort of almost teepee-like sort of structures.
Wow, we definitely have a primitive race here.
Yeah. So, are you going in closer than 2,000 clicks? I mean, you
can, what the hell?
You could go to about 100 kilometers away, you'd still be in space. But it'd be about as close as you could get without going into the atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't think they'll see us unless we burn up. Which is a distinct
I would say we should, and then with our turrets we could scope in on it and see if we could see any more details. Telescope in on them.
Sure. Yeah, at 100 kilometers, if there's no natural dangers, we can view it and do sensors at our leisure. These primitives aren't going to fly up to meet us.
Rightio. So you get into 100, you set up and establish an orbit. After 8 hours of just orbiting, basically, so you're thinking it probably reads the first 4 things are X277.
X277?
Yep. So no installations whatsoever. Size 2 planet, size 7 atmosphere, size and 7 hydrographic.
So it's a really small world with a solid atmosphere, a dense standard or a tainted standard atmosphere.
I think it's standard. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at that.
Yeah, 7 is tainted standard. 6 is standard.
Okay, cool.
2D filter basks.
Hydrographics looks good.
Hydrographics is Earth-like shit. But it's a small world to hold that atmosphere and hydrographics.
Could be dense. Could be very weird. Metallic. Who knows?
So the gravity's got to be lighter too, then. Like 0.2, 0.81.
Okay. Hang on. I will roll for our little guy with electronics, Ock. He likes getting away. No, he can't tell you what the gravity is. He's not reading it off the sensors properly.
Well, it might be a little higher than expected if it's holding that type of atmosphere. That's kind of unscientific, but that's Traveler, though.
It's a quarter the width of Earth, so it's going to generally have a quarter the gravity, unless the density is way off of what Earth is. So it could be very dense.
I would think the density has to be for it to hold the atmosphere and the hydrographics it has. The density has to be way more than Earth way more than its size.
Okay.
Yeah, but we want to see. I think if we're breaking it down by characters, Wack is interested in any sort of xeno contact with interesting, rating exotics, and Jack is always looking for anything these guys produce. Yeah, if they.
Yeah. And Javon's just along for the ride, man. He's in the turret. He's scoping in to see what he can find out.
Okay, can Javon just give me a flat 2d6, please?
Hold on 1 second.
These guys probably do delicate cameo carvings on the
Flat
backs of
2d6, you
cockroaches.
said?
Yep. Probably they do.
8.
Okay, well, you can get a few high-resolution pictures through your sensors.
Okay.
Comparing it with what's in your database, this technology, whether the culture's the same or not, you're not sure, but it sort of equates to Mongolian or Native American Indian sort of culture by the looks of it. So like the yurts or like the teepees. It's sort of that sort of thing.
Do we get an image of the species?
Yeah.
Do we get an image of the species too, or
no? And I just need someone to do a electronic roll just to try to refine it. Yep. Okay.
Okay, waiting for it. There it is. 8.
Okay, as the picture gets to be finer and finer, you're staring at humans.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Humans. Primitive humans.
Yep. Basically, either, as I said, either sort of like Mongolian or a Native American Indian sort of technology
this is
level.
A weird subsector. Weird sub. Huh. So do we want to make contact with them? We could be their gods, man. Saviors. And if they have any gold or gems, here, Jack Bright, we could trade them shiny stones for the gems. Little pieces of metal.
Yeah.
They could turn into arrowheads for their gold.
Vincent, can you give me a electronic sensors roll, please?
Alright, one more sensors roll. That's a 9.
You're reading exactly 1 gravity. This says the standard gravity of Earth.
Wow, size 2 with a standard. Yeah, that's pretty dense.
Thinking that grandfather guy was here. Okay, I would suggest if we make contact, everybody stay in back suits just in case there are any illnesses, because if they're humans, then illnesses could be transmitted.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a precaution until I can do some scans.
Yeah.
Okay. I say we land right in their village and come on down and say, hey, hi, we mean peace. Do we pick up any languages or voices, anything that we could translate?
Not from here in space.
No. I think we need to enter Atmo and get a little closer, and maybe we could.
Can we lip read like HAL 9000? No chance.
Yeah.
Well, probably, but the problem is you can't get that fine a video. You can get pre-fine pictures, but not video from up here.
Okay, I think if they're human, that's a good start, and Javon is eventually going to hook them all on we, that's for sure. So
they might have ganja here, man. You never know. They bring it all. Grandfather, bring the ganja too.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they're human looking, that's already a promising connection, even though their language might be totally divergent. We won't know.
If we could source some ganja, Javon be a very happy man.
Okay, you got it. Once you land, if you've got time, you can do some sort of sensor roll to see if you can find anything like that. Okay, then it's wax. You don't get a +1 because it's a standard atmosphere. It's time to make a piloting roll to enter the atmosphere. There are no storms on the planet, just saying, so you know you're not going to head into anything dangerous. It's just the normal way.
What's our human dude doing? How's he been?
He's fine.
Haven't heard much.
Well, he just sits in the back and looking at stuff and trying to help when perhaps it's not even asked for.
Okay.
Okay, but I do want to consult and get some, a supporting role in whatever you call it, an assistance role from anybody else who has a pilot.
Javon can assist you. Absolutely,
Big
Javon
Hawk,
can.
All right.
Big Hawk has pilot too. He was doing
Pilot 2.
Oh, I
Okay.
can assist you, but I'm not any help. I rolled a 5. I'm not any help. So
there you
let
go.
Art
Okay.
assist you.
But
Yep.
what was it? What did you say, Mentor?
What's his name? He had pilot 0 and was
Yeah, well,
co-pilot.
Javon would be
Still
better with the
assist,
pilot
maybe
one.
either
So,
higher.
yep.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
way you
Okay,
go, whacking.
Regular pilot roll. Okay. Trying to avoid killing myself on the Friday the 13th. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're making Bob happy.
Man,
Better.
it must you need more Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
'Cause
you've been rolling
you've been
good
doing good
today.
rolls. Okay, you come in slow and smooth. Are you wanting to announce your presence, or are you wanting to sort of be a little bit more on the QT?
I think we should be quiet. We shouldn't do the God
Okay.
Gambit, because if we do the God Gambit, they're going to start praying and asking for things, and our email box is going to pile up with requests, and it'll just be a
Okay.
big damn headache.
Cool. Okay, and you're doing a pulled
Too
up
many
email
prayer
box.
requests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's going
Yeah.
to be spam, and oh my god. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, radio. So you're going to sort of put the ship down a good couple of k's away from them.
Yeah.
At least 2 days walk from the site, and perhaps think of using the air raft. And hang on,
Did anybody tell
No
Bob
one's-
about the air raft?
fix the air raft yet.
No one fixed the air. Now you just pissed Bob off.
We had a weekend jump. Why did anybody not fix that
We had
thing?
3 weeks in jump, and we didn't want to get Bob mad. Bob was happy. Don't fool him. Now we're gonna get him
looking when I
mad.
put
Hey
it
Bob,
in.
by the way, man. By the way, we got sand in the thing, and we smashed the air raft a little bit.
Oh dear. So what is it? Does it look like the awesome gods are going to have to walk? Is that what you're saying?
It
Yep.
was working when I put it away. It's fine.
A little vacuum here, a little whack there. It should be fine.
Eh,
Hey Bob, by the way, can you help us fix this thing? We gotta get. We can park and maybe try to see if we can pump up the air raft and get it going.
Why does it smell like chicken?
So, yeah, you have got the air raft there. As I said, the driver's component has been damaged. The drive has been damaged. Bodywork's obviously been damaged.
None of us have worked on the air raft.
Yep. Well, you had other things in your mind. So the first thing is to sort of, I don't know, drive it around
Frank's got
into
mechanic
the hole.
though. Hey,
Yep.
Frank, we should have been working on that.
Should have been, but you didn't. So Frank can only do the mechanical parts. He can't do. It's going to have to either be Bob with engineering, or Ock or Vincent with Air Raft 0, because they're the only people with experience around grav units.
Well, Javon would kick back. He pulls out a folding chair and says, "Man, you guys need to get to work on this. We need to use the air raft, man."
Well, I thought he was settling down on the sensors, trying to sweep for Gunja.
Yeah, we got to thank Javon. Got to thank Javon for his moral support.
Yeah.
Which now moral support is like +0. Look at it, 0. I make a circle with my fingers and thumbs.
What is
0.
Bob saying? I haven't heard nothing from Bob. Where you at, Bob?
He ain't coming out of the engineering bay. You guys are. It's Vincent and Ock.
Yeah.
Bob found out
right.
about the raft.
Yeah. I fixed it when I put it away. I mean, it flew in, but the that engine light thing kept blinking, so I put some tape over it. It's fine now.
Ray says,
that's
Ock says, I don't believe that's
You
how
mean
you
that was
fix
flashing
it.
real fast, like it was ready to blow up?
Yeah, pretty much. But,
Why is there a
I
burning
put some
smell
tape over
coming
it.
once you open the the lock to the air raft? Why does it smell like burning rubber in here?
Burnt chicken.
Yeah, so chicken with
Rubbery.
rubber. So
Rubbery chicken.
Ock has a look over it, and he cleans out the sand takes him a whole day to do it. He says, but that's all he's done, so up to you to try to fix either the drive or the driver's part, Vincent.
Vincent rolls his eyes, says, "All right, fine," and cracks it open to see if there's anything actually wrong with it.
Which part? The drive or the or the cockpit?
Well, they're doing that since we're landed. Okay. We're landed like in the country, away from the village.
Yep.
Javon's gonna go in the upper. He was in the upper turret, and he's gonna scan around and scope around and see if there's any animals or people, or making sure everything around the ship is clear.
Okay. Can you give me an electronics roll while you do that? Okay, where you go, Vincent?
So, that was a 9 on the
0. Okay.
I got a
and 6. Okay. You don't see any animals, although the sensors are telling you there is a presence of animals, of life in different sizes and sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You can see what needs to be, Vincent, what needs to be printed to repair the ship. You have the skill to do that, so you can. The only thing you got to do is explain to Bob why you need to get into the engine bay to get to the printer.
Alright, he'll go in and knock on the engine bay door and see if Bob will let him in.
And
boy, Bob's really been a recluse, hasn't he?
Oh yeah. And he doesn't seem to answer you.
Alright, I will, I've got electronics. I'll see if I can get the door to open.
Okay. We've had this happen before.
Roll for that, or?
Yep.
Oh, alrighty.
Don't look for double ones.
Yeah, that's a 6.
No, you can't get those doors open.
Yeah. No. I go on the comms. Hey, anybody with mechanics? This door seems to be stuck.
Frank can help you with that.
Yeah, I'm afraid it may be a medical emergency. I need to get in.
We haven't heard nothing from Bob in a bit either.
Bob, uh-oh.
Yeah.
What's going on?
They've had an aneurysm. Stress will do that. I blame that.
Not like we've ever given them any of that.
No reason for stress. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think Frank's your man.
Alrighty.
Mechanical roll for lock?
Yep.
Okay, excuse me, just,
Okay, Frank opens the door, you walk in, and the ship engineering section looks all trim and ship shape. Off in the corner is probably Bob sleeping, although he has redecorated the walls with various pictures of things. I'm not going to describe what they are, but things. I'll leave that up to Bob. Yeah, but he seems to be sleeping quite nicely at the moment. Oh, there's a whole lot of like disposable cups emptied of coffee all over the place.
Alright. In my medical opinion, he's fine, and I go over to the 3D printer.
Right, and you start printing. So it's going to take another day, so you get the parts for that section. Can Javon give me another roll for his looking out of the dome stuff, please?
Oh, what am I doing looking out the dome?
Yep.
Hold on 1 second.
Your electronics.
That's an electronics roll?
Yep, just
9.
the sensor. Okay, well, second day is a little bit more successful. You see a whole lot of animals which you can verify are all Terran animals. So you see various birds, deer, other small herd animals. Yeah, this is all in the database from about Terra. So, and this is one of the oldest databases you have.
Now, are they humans? Well, we didn't get a close up. Are they of European descendants, Native American? We don't know.
Kind of very hard to tell, but not European. Like I said, probably either Mongolian or Native American Indian.
Wow. So somehow this is a Earth clone type world.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And a weird
But
world.
the atmosphere's not standard. It's tainted.
No, it is tainted. Yep, it is tainted.
Yeah.
The sensors.
So they've obviously mutated to it.
Yeah.
How is it tainted? Like we need a respirator.
We need a filter mask.
No, basically,
filter mask. Yeah.
It's just got an unknown element in it. You can't seem to work out what the element is. It's not radioactive, so it's actually below the heavy elements, the heavy metals and stuff. But there shouldn't be anything below the, because most newer elements are sort of discovered up top, down below. Sorry, in the heavier range.
Yeah, if the planet is so dense,
Wow.
you'd expect perhaps a greater preponderance of heavy elements and things that decay, so you get a higher background radiation maybe, but still probably nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe a higher chance of mutations. But they're humanoid. They're human. They look like some of our ancient natives from the whatever Asia,
Mhm.
Siberia, North America sort of thing.
Yep.
And but this looks engineered. The planet is denser, and they got the wildlife. It looks like it's from older.
It's definitely engineered. It's
Yeah.
definitely engineered, and it's strange. And I think the grandfather had something to do with this too.
I feel that we gotta fix the air raft so that we can make a grand entrance. Otherwise, because it looks silly if we walk in. Gotta meet these people.
Yeah, we could trade, and then Jack Bright, we could trade them shiny rocks for gold
Maybe so.
or pieces
Okay.
of metal.
Right. Yep. So, fixing the drive is done. It's still dented and all banged up, but you hope, Vincent, that it's going to work. It's now just having to fix up the driver's / cockpit area, which is a combination of electronics and mechanical.
Well, I can handle electronic, but I got no.
Brakes and mechanic.
Okay.
So Bob's just sleeping. We're just leaving
Yep.
Bob sleep. We got
Yeah.
3D from him. He's just sleeping away.
At the moment,
Yeah.
he might wake up when he wakes up.
All right, I got an 11 on the electronics to fix that up.
Cool. And we need something from Frank. 2d6 plus 1.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Still mechanical.
Sir.
No.
Not quite.
Nope. So it's going to take another day to try to get this mechanical stuff sorted out. So you got another chance, but with a -1, Frank.
Which put you at a straight 0 row. Huh.
So when you're ready,
So-
Frank.
Oh, sorry. Another.
Another roll with a -1. Yep. So just a straight roll, like Jerry said.
2d6 mechanical. Here we go. Still
No.
no. Getting worse and worse.
Yep. No, he can't do anything more. Anyone else got mechanical? Oh, sorry.
I think the only person who could help us is Bob.
Mechanical, or I can try it at a -1.
Somebody roll for Ark. Give it a shot.
There you go, guys. Whoever wants to roll for him. -1. Oh, Bob. That's Bob. Bob's fine. Okay, Bob gets up, moves over, does the job, doesn't really talk to anyone, I don't think, and just heads back to the engineering
You
section.
guys exhausted.
Bob's just odd, huh? He goes and does
No,
the job. He
it's-
doesn't complain. Doesn't say nothing. It goes back to his.
I guess I don't
engineering
know.
section?
He'll say something when he wants to say something. Perhaps he's not saying anything because he might be wanting
Javon
to.
just looks at him and says, "Are you okay, man? Are you okay, man?" He asks him.
Do we need the psychological first aid kit on the wall? We gotta
No.
rip off that kit. Show him like
It's me forgetting I gotta push to talk. So
What
I've
did
been
he say?
talking, just haven't been doing anything.
Right.
that's fine.
Okay.
No,
So-
we need a little psychiatric evaluation on Bob.
Well,
Yeah,
Bob doesn't want to
he's
talk
fine.
much. Just leave him alone. We're
Yeah.
not wrecking anything. He fixed it. Let him be.
Yeah. This guy's doing his job and not saying much. That's called being a professional. You would know about it if you were a professional like me.
The stress is getting at everyone.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna light this up now, man. This shit's getting thick in here, man.
Right. Okay, you've got a working, if what not somewhat battered, air raft. And what are you going to do with it?
Ah.
All right.
Hmm?
All right. I guess we're gonna suit up in vac suits and head on out and go buzz the natives making beep beep noises. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Uh oh. Okay. Discord.
Yeah, we heard you. The plan is to swoop in, gracefully, but not ostentatiously or in a showy way. We can land. We can stand and make gestures and because Joaquim has liaison, maybe he can figure out the proper diplomatic way to proceed. If he gets some insight from rolling that. And I don't have a button. I don't have a macro ready for liaison, but it's a
2d6 plus 1, I think.
+1. Yeah, of course.
Where you go.
Because I'm a one-turn wonder, I can't get any skill past 1. Ooh, okay, no ideas, I suppose. 'Cause,
Nope.
that's
That's okay.
of course wax roll.
Yep.
Keep forgetting to switch
So,
between those.
Vincent, how are you coming in? How are you landing?
I suppose I'll just slide in easily and come to a soft landing.
Okay.
So we can just climb on
Nothing.
out.
No, you don't have to worry about rolling for that. That's all pretty basic.
Yeah.
You
nothing
land.
Flashy.
About the only thing that really happens is that people move away quite relaxed. There are some men who around the border you can sort of see them react by holding on to their weapons, spears, when I say daggers, it's more like bone or stone sort of daggers we're talking about. But everyone else is seen standing around really calmly when you hop out of the air raft.
You know, man, they got ganja here if it's an Earth planet, man. It's a duplicate.
Depends on the biomes that were transplanted. Vincent Wave.
Okay, so Vincent, if you can give me a med roll, please.
Alright.
Med roll. What's a
That's
med roll
11.
for?
Medical. So, well, he'll be checking on the medical side of things, won't you, Vincent? Yep.
Yep.
These people are in perfect health. There doesn't seem to be any indicator of any dangerous biological agents in the atmosphere or in the environment around you.
All right. Okay. But we detected something in the atmosphere. But it doesn't appear to be dangerous.
Some unknown element.
Yeah. Huh. Well. Tempted. Yeah, I'm gonna open up my back suit, take the helmet off.
Okay. When you take your helmet off, several of the, not the kids, but sort of like the teenagers, young adults, sort of, you can see there's a tiny little bit of hesitation, but they seem to relax and start moving towards you and start touching you and patting you on your back and feeling your hair and your face.
Okay.
And smiling and talking to you. Have you come a long way?
Yeah, quite a ways actually.
They're talking Anglic-like thing?
You're understanding what they're saying, but their mouth doesn't match up with the words.
Ooh.
Spooky. Yeah. Alright, yeah.
Psionic.
Yeah. I tell them
they're psionic.
we've been traveling for most of the year from our home world far away.
Then you need a place to rest and recuperate. As long as you come in peace, you are welcome here.
Oh yeah. We're a trade ship, not a warship or anything.
We have little use of trade. Our world provides everything for us.
Yeah, it seems pretty nice.
It's about this time an older gentleman will sort of make his way towards the front of the group and introduces himself. Osakawiya, that'll do. It's just a name. Osakawiya. I have no idea how to spell it. Here you go. He's the elder of the village. How can he help you?
Well, I'd like to know a little bit about your world, what it's called, its history, and so forth.
Okay. They say, he says, that is fine. You can talk about that in good time. Perhaps you'd like to invite your friends to join us.
Bitch?
And
I'm done bitch.
Yeah.
Who's bitching?
Okay, I will tell the other guys that I don't detect anything dangerous in the atmosphere or anywhere, so it should be safe to breathe. So if anyone wants to keep their helmet on, it's up to them, because we don't know what the element is in the atmosphere.
Really?
But,
okay. I'd keep my helmet on because it's probably some subtle antagonist or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
And I'm sure I look like the weird one, but do I still hear the thoughts that they're projecting, or is it blocked?
You don't hear their thoughts, you hear their voices.
You hear their voices.
Yeah.
But their
Their mouths are
not
moving,
their...
but they're not matching the words. Like, it's easy to tell they're speaking some other language, but you're hearing it in your language.
Oh my God, we're in a Hong Kong action movie.
I'm with the other guys.
Movie.
Yeah, come on out of the aircraft and say hi.
Well, they welcome you, and they want to take you into one of their small huts and give you some food and rest, and you sort of, if you're going to go in, there's small like low cushions, that sort of stuff. It's all quite warm and comfortable inside, and they provide you with they're boiling some sort of beverage, put some sort of roots and leaves or some sort of thing into it, and the old gentleman tells you that it will be totally safe. Have faith.
I've motioned to Lack and say he's a pilot. Pilots are special, and he will probably not be eating with us. It's not. It means no disrespect.
No disrespect is taken.
Yeah, you go on and mingle with them and eat food and have a rest, and I'm sure that when you're asleep, they will suck out your brains to keep their psionic powers going. So they need to do about once a month.
Yeah, but you don't actually say that, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Or maybe I do say it, but the helmet is muffling me. Or no, they can pick up what we think. They probably pick up what we're thinking.
Yeah,
They can
maybe.
be digging deep. No, I'm saying nothing.
All right. So you're offered this drink, and Asakawea asks you, you know, are you from the old planet?
Earth, yeah. That's where we were originally from. Although most of us were born on other planets. But our ancestors came from there.
He doesn't seem to be shocked or surprised by this. He just smiles and nods.
Something.
And
How did your people get here?
if you're taking your helmet off to be heard, that's fine. If you're not, it's going to go.
Well, my teammates will understand me. It'll sort of be like Kenny talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants to. How did your people get here?
The grandfather
So we'll
provided.
just relay it. What's that?
The great-grandfather provided.
Yeah, grandfather. He's
That's what we
done
kind of
quite a lot.
figured.
We've heard of a grandfather before, huh? What's going on?
That's
out
what we
here?
kind of figured.
This bloody sector.
Yeah.
Well, it's only confirming what you guys already know about a lot of your own people. But yeah. Yep. He asks how long you expect to be here.
I don't know, probably a week or so.
Well, he asks you to observe the rules of the people of the planet, and he gives it a name, Chaipiad.
Like, yeah. Right. That. All right.
So,
These rules.
so these guys are kind of weird. I mean, they're not surprised by our technology.
No.
They're talking. We're hearing their voices, but their mouths aren't matching what we're hearing. I don't know. I'm a little leery here, man. And they're just a little too friendly.
Well, they're answering questions. You just got to try to find out what is why this place is so special and why they can do that trick with their brains. Ask questions. They're not reticent. They're not refusing to answer. So far, we just got to hit them on the right line of inquiry.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And so grandfather put the people on this planet. All right. How is it we're able to understand you? Your language.
He just holds his hands up and says, "Grandfather provides."
I see. So, well, all right. I was hoping grandfather explained it to you, but he doesn't explain a lot from what I gather.
We do not need to understand how it works, just that grandfather provides.
Alrighty. What are these rules that we have to obey while we're here?
Well, basically, they're pretty. I mean, in general, they're pretty basic rules about not like disrespecting the land or other people, of being honourable. Some very, very basic, core, pretty simple stuff. Easy if you're a capitalist pig to break, or someone who wants to make money. But yeah, basically they say otherwise, if you want something that is somebody else's, ask them. They may give it to you or not. If you want something from the planet, find it, take it, give reverence, and enjoy. Right. Grandfather provides. That's all he keeps on saying.
Yeah. That's just thinking, religious kooks. Okay. Alright, well, Vincent will thank them and enjoy the food, and I I
So
suppose.
Javon pulls out some blunt and he says, "What about this man?" He pulls out a little.
Are you the shaman of your group?
Yes.
Yeah, he says, "I believe in spirits." Yes.
I will then introduce you. I will call for our shaman to talk to you.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like and he smiles and says, "That sounds like a good plan."
They probably got the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not a shaman, but a sham man, more like.
He comes in and starts rubbing up against you. No, he doesn't.
No,
No way.
Anyway,
no rub-a-dub-dub here.
You're gonna give me nightmares about those aliens.
Yeah. Just an older, not as old as the elder, but an older gentleman comes in and introduces himself as I don't know, God, what? One Crow. How typical is that? Stereotypical. Bit like I don't know. Yeah, okay, we'll go with One Crow at the moment. That'll do. I can't think of anything else. So he sort of does something. You take it. Perhaps it's a little ceremony or something, or a greeting or something. You're not sure, but it's not offensive or anything. Yeah, and he hands you a small pouch or something.
Yay. So he opens the pouch and checks it out.
Well, it looks like something you've seen before. And he just stands there with his hand still out, just smiling, waiting.
So then I hand him I hand him a blunt or something, or what I had.
He thanks you. He sort of unwraps the paper and then gets a small pipe out and he puts it in the pipe and he lights it up and he shares it with you.
Okay. So we smoke, man.
So he says to the elder if you two could be excused, they'll retire to the sweat tent.
Sweat lodge time. Be the spirit universe on the other side of the universe.
See what the spirits have to tell us.
So Javon goes with him.
Okay.
On the sweat.
Rightio. So they're off doing something called a sweat lodge or sweat tent thing. What are you doing, Vincent?
Just kind of hanging out and talking to people about their lives, how they live, and
how they live. Well, the elder sort of introduces him to his one of his younger granddaughters. She looks like a very healthy young woman, and he says, "Tell this man from another planet how old you are." And she says, "In a couple of months' time, I will see my 200th summer." And then she says, "And grandfather provides."
Vincent's eyebrows just shoot up for a second and come back down. I see. How old are you, elder?
I've never been to the home planet, she says.
Yeah. Well, I haven't actually been myself. I was raised on another world.
Okay, so you can do a medical scan if you want to.
You guys, I'm starting to think these people have been around a long time.
Yeah,
They're immortal and choose to live native.
Well, no, it's like what is the orbital period of this planet? The revolution.
You'd have to get back on the ship to work all that out.
Yeah,
we
I'm
didn't
going
work
to
that
do a
out
scan
yet.
and check it out.
Okay.
Give me a medical.
I don't think. Yeah. All right.
Count the rings.
That's a 9.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
She's in
Yeah,
perfect health.
that.
She's in perfect health.
All right. Wow. I repeat. How old are you, elder?
How elder? The elder.
Yeah. Also Kelly.
I've lived at least. Sometimes I forget. He says. Next summer will be my 752nd.
That's quite a lot.
Grandfather provides.
I see. All right.
Grandfather provides. Yeah, there's some kind of youth or element that's keeping them young.
Yeah, it might be
Keeping them
some
alive.
kind of energetics in the atmosphere.
That might be the element you can't detect. Grandfather provides.
Yeah.
This might be a good place to retire, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I think that Social
Quite
Security
possible.
lasts.
No, a place where my money is useful would be a good place to retire.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have to deal
Is
in
that-
Grandfather
sapphires for this my
provides.
frickin' life.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that Siobhan has a rather interesting trip. I don't know if it affects him too much or it's just a bit more of an intense trip than he normally has. But basically the rest of the time you're with them is they're quite open about stuff. Yeah, you can ask them any question. You might not always get an answer you want, but you can answer them any question and they do try to answer it as best they can.
Strange.
So
Yeah,
they
very strange.
they're one of 4 tribes that live on this planet. Each tribe has its own land. They meet every 10 years, similar to a great meeting, where there is tribal interchange, all that sort of stuff. Yep, that's okay, Jerry. We're just about finished. So yeah, so it's just a very peaceful, it's a little bit of paradise.
I'm digging it. I like it.
Yeah. This is
That's
a nice
interesting.
kind of place there. I'm gonna have to take some samples of this air before we leave.
Please take, yes, of course, take some. It will not help you.
Yeah.
That's a big unknown.
Yeah. I might
I don't like it.
take enough to fill cabin with it.
Hey, this air could be the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
Grandfather could provide some cash. That's what Jack Bright said.
Yeah, Jack's wanting to suck off the entire atmosphere and sell it off, bottle by bottle.
Yeah, sell them. I can see it.
But the elder says, do what you think you need to do, as long as you not harm the planet or the people.
Yeah, we won't harm anyone.
But if you, we have had many visitors, and they all come to the same conclusion that I think you're reaching, that our lifespan is greater than some of your own races. You will not find that you will not gain greater lifespan by taking the air. You will not gain greater lifespan by eating the flesh, by drinking the water.
It's got something to do with all of the elements of the density of the planet itself.
But if we
And
stayed here,
We've had people who have stayed here from other planets. They have enjoyed a longer lifespan than if they'd lived on their own. Not as long as ours, but a longer. And apart from great traumatic accident, people don't tend to die. Or unless you happen to be from another planet.
Alright, well, that's a tempting offer. We've still got much of a sector to map, though. So,
Yes, we do. And I think we should leave this be as it is and just move on. We don't need to mess with these people. I mean, it's a kind of a curious thing, but
yeah,
might even leave it out of the report.
Jack turns to you and says, are you... Oh no, you weren't here. But if you were, he'd turn to you and say, are you frickin' insane? Think of what people would pay to live here, live longer.
That's exactly the thing, man. You'd ruin it.
So everybody's gonna die, and you can be whatever. You would ruin what they have. Leave them be. There's more money to be made in other avenues. We've got tons of potential money things to make, man. And I just want to get me a bunch of more ganja. If grandfather provides for me, because I had a great experience in that sweat lodge. And this is harmony, man. Leave these people be. There is harmony here, sacredness.
We could recommend people stay away due to the taint in the atmosphere. I say
we mark it. I say we mark it as a dead world tainted atmosphere. We just leave it blank. We don't, or leave it blank on our report and move on. I strongly suggest that.
Jack is really against that, but there are ways you can convince him, I'm sure.
Well, we'll have to discuss it.
Yeah. So basically, you spend some time on the planet. As you leave, the Elder will give you all some gifts of various bits and pieces of things. Some of them are just, I don't know, bric-a-brac, I don't know, and yeah. So yeah, everyone gets something unusual, whether it be a knife or a small amount of some unknown substance, or in the case of Javon, very known substance.
What were we gonna name this place? Oasis? I'd say Oasis.
It's Chaipiad is what they called it.
Oh, yeah, you already have a name for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chaipiad. Okay.
I thought that was is that the name of the planet or their principles of
their planet, Chaipiad.
Yeah.
What do they call their system of morality?
Osikawa is the chief. Osikawa.
Osikawa. Yep.
Osikawa and one crew was
Osikawa.
Yeah.
So the planet is what they call Chaipiad. I thought it was
no, that's
their
the
moral
planet.
system.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Then there's another planet that's starting to form life, and then there's the gas giant. It's a kind of an interesting system.
Mm-hmm. Like someone's had a big, huge experiment.
Yeah.
So we can have a look at the first planet orbit and then leave.
Yep. Okay.
If we collected our fuel.
Okay. You do that. I need a piloting roll to get out of the atmosphere.
I'm going to invite another support roll.
All right, another support roll. Javon will help you with that. I'll give you a support roll.
Good. Okay.
That would be a +1. I got an 8.
+1. Boom. No.
Oh,
damn.
There's the. It was inevitable. It was inevitable, but here it is.
Yeah. So people are pretty badly shaken. There's a little
rough
bit
takeoff.
Rough takeoff. A few things move, but it's more just a cleanup than anything else. Nothing majorly damaged.
Okay, I thought we would lose all our cargo in the new funnel-shaped hole.
No, not on a 6. No, you have to get pretty low to
for us.
Pop the ship open. Okay, so you then fly in system. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, cool, finally. Okay, Vincent, I need a sensor sweep check, please, as you're flying towards the innermost planet.
And there we go. Sensors, I get a 7.
Okay, you're not quite sure what you're reading, but there's definitely something that appears to be surrounding the innermost planet. You can't get anything off it.
I'm going to do a sensor electronics roll for my turret.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, what you read is there seems to be a sheath or an enveloping of the planet by a whole lot of crystalline objects. The crystalline objects wouldn't be bigger than glass, so there's a hell of a lot of them. The planet is a size 5 planet, so it's not as big as Earth, but and it just seems to be surrounding this planet. It's not linked together. There is space of around about half a meter or something, but it's just like a cloud there's like areas where there's little patterns and areas where it's not uniform and areas where it is uniform, but it's just yeah. And you do get a reading, Joaquin, off whatever it is. You're not quite sure what the reading is, because it looks like it's an electrical sort of field, but it's very similar to an electrical field that you'd find on a living creature.
Okay.
So it's not a power source as such, it's more a reading of that sort of nature.
Yeah.
It's some kind of artificial protective something or other.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'd steer clear of that.
But no, I'd still be interested in examining it a little more, though. There's something.
We said that about
No.
Curse.
Yeah.
That's a good reminder.
Yeah, just saying. We said the same thing about Curse. There was no money to be had there.
That's
Yeah,
where
I
that
think-
big monster thing jumped out of the lake and almost destroyed us.
But, yeah,
It's
we got
cursed, I tell you.
contamination. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, we should
That was
land
the
on the
beginning
planet
of a
and
lot of
find out what
damage.
happened. Yeah, we want to know what happened. I mean, as long as we're here, that was not a good idea.
Mhm.
And I think this
Oh,
might
this
be something we should leave alone too.
I'm not going to argue with that, but
Yeah,
I'm curious. But I won't argue that point.
yeah. I'm curious as well, but I don't know what kind of money would be in that, and it might be something that Grandfather set up to keep people from landing on that planet. I don't know.
Or it might be some kind of power or protective source. There might be some serious cool shit down there.
Possibly. It's a risk. I don't know.
Yep. Well, you got to evaluate your risks as you see them. That's all cool.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan then? If you're not going to go any further closer to it,
Huh.
Make our way to Yinny.
okay.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
Okay. Takes you a wee while to get out of the 100 AU. And basically I need a roll from Bob to make sure the ship doesn't blow up, and then after that's done, a roll from Joaquin to make sure the ship doesn't go into a misjump.
Yeah, I rolled because I didn't know whether or not I'd be back in time before, so I rolled a 7.
Okay, that's all cool. And
All right.
Joaquin?
No 12. No 12.
Okay, R2D6.
Well, you could roll a 12. This will be the last roll of the game tonight.
Done.
Okay,
Done.
boom, you're
No
in
misjump.
jump space, and that takes the game to around about 28 weeks since you started, and that's where we'll finish, heading off to Yinny. That'll be the end of the season for
Yeah.
this time. I'll just stop the recording as soon as I find the recording. There we go.
All right.